The high school football game of the week, Buckeye Local versus Indian Creek, is brought to you by Steel Valley Sports Medicine, Schwartz Homes, Kroger, Physical Therapy Associates, Jefferson County Health Department, Riley Heating and Cooling, and Advanced Financial Savings Bank.
WTOV 9 is proud to present the OVAC High School Football Game of the Week.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Wintersville, Ohio, and Kettlewell Stadium on the campus of Indian Creek High School for tonight's WTOV 9 High School Football Game of the Week between Indian Creek and Buckeye Local. I'm Bill Phillips, along with the coach, Ray Suckosh. And coach, both of these teams come in off of opening week wins, both sky high.
Oh, no doubt about it. Both coaches feel their teams are ready to play. Both real happy with where they're at right now. Going to be a good football game. Buckeye Local is going to have to defend Indian Creek on the perimeter. Indian Creek's going to have to shut down Buckeye Local's offensive ground game.
A couple of question marks for the Redskins. Burge and Stacy, their quarterback and wide receiver, both a little banged up. We'll find out if they will go right after kickoff. We're back with that right after this.
I enjoyed it here. YSU helped me realize my goal. We were encouraged to do a lot of hands-on stuff, and we got personal attention. Youngstown State gave me a great start. You may want to study the stars, or teach, or write music, or be an engineer, or make a career in business. To accomplish your goal, you need a solid education. YSU can give you that.
Launch your career at YSU. Call 1-800-336-9YSU.
Forrester's Nursing Home in Wintersville salutes the players, cheerleaders, band members, and coaches that keep the creek rising. For information on nursing home care, call 264-7788. The Hillsborough Tavern, McClister Avenue, Mingo. Stop in before or after the ball game. Famous fish every day. Daily luncheon and dinner specials.
To Frank & Son Auto Body, our unibody repair specialist, collision specialist. We have oven-baked paint room, precision color matching, and we have quality work at reasonable prices.
We say yes, yes we can. It's a simple word that everyone understands. We say yes every day. It's a three-letter.
Hi, I'm Steve Gallardi, President of Advanced Financial Savings Bank.
And I'm Mark DeSantis, Vice President and Branch Manager.
We are pleased to announce the location of our new branch.
Look forward to us in spring 1998 in Wintersville, Ohio.
We are expanding to serve our community better.
At Advanced Financial Savings Bank, we say yes to you.
The Leader. The name speaks for itself. At News 9, we work every day to live up to that phrase. And News 9 has been honored again as the leader in television news in Ohio and West Virginia. Our staff has won the Best News Operation and Best Newscast in West Virginia by the Associated Press. We work hard every day to bring you coverage you can count on. Only on News 9. Follow the Leader.
Don't look at the Sean Zolaz on the stop. Sean Zolaz in on the stop.
And welcome back to Kettlewell Stadium on Indian Creek campus on the opening kickoff. Joe Lucchino bringing it back for Indian Creek out across the 40-yard line to about the 41. Nice return. And, well, we had a question before the game. Would Rob Burge start? He injured a knee last week in Indian Creek's first win of the season, game number 1. He has a brace on the left knee, but he is going to start for Indian Creek. Joe Hammock, number 1, along with Lucchino and Boyack in the backfield. Gauzy in motion for Indian Creek, sets up on the near side. Handoff, Boyack across the 45, across midfield, and down to about the 45 of Buckeye Local. Big gain on first down, and it's going to go for a first down for Indian Creek. There's a look at your offensive backfield. Burge, fine quality quarterback. Boyack, Stacy, Lucchino, Lamatrice, and Gosney, your backs and receivers on front. Donzilla, Yeager, Vitello, Mack, and Muckle doing the blocking. Good size on the offensive line, and that was a concern for Tim Bain when I talked to him this week. Big guys up front for Indian Creek, Coach.
Nothing fancy on the first play. Blast off left tackle, gaping hole for Boyoff. Same play, going right back to it.
Same play, and he's going to spin ahead to about the 35, close to another first down at about the 40. Almost put the knee down, Coach, but kept his balance, kept the legs driving, and spun ahead for a few more.
First two offensive plays, Indian Creek offensive line getting major movement on the front. Buckeye Locals going to have to pay attention to that right away.
Rowe, Schultz, Watson, Nolan, the defensive line, linebackers. That's the group that's going to be busy tonight. Tansmore, McCain, Smith, Merkel, and your defensive backfield sets up that way. And we take a look at second down and about 3 for Indian Creek. Boyack again. They're going with the big guy, and he's down to about the 30-yard line, knifing through to make the tackle. Number 33 for Buckeye Local. That's Tim Merkel. He came through and made the stop.
Nothing fancy, straight ahead blocking, one-on-one. There you see it, Gosney, the tight end, making a key block. Sealing off, lead up front there with Hammock, the running back. Indian Creek looks impressive, first 3 offensive plays.
Steve Heath into the ball game as Hammock checks out. Handoff, Lucchino, he's across the 25, and he'll be out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. I'll bring up second down at about 4, Coach. So big gains on first down, and that's a win for any team when you can get 4+ on every down.
No question about it. You can see on the replay here, getting a nice seal on the defensive end. Lucchino able to pop outside. Good run.
Zolad, Sean Zolad's making the stop along with the sideline. Timeout called for Buckeye Local with 10:26 to go in the first quarter. We take a look at what's coming up Saturday night at 11:30 after News 9 tonight. Caddis and Catholic Central, game of the week, number 3. So a lot of games this weekend on WTOV9. And, Coach, one question I have for you. I think a good timeout called by Tim Bain is he has to have that defense regrouped and ready to go.
No question. I'm sure Buckeye Local came in here sky high. When you are, sometimes you miss assignments. Indian Creek, good football team, took advantage of them. Had them back on their heels a little bit. Tim Bain, timeout, trying to get things together here. Buckeye Local needs a stop. Second and short yardage. Look for Coach Fornsaglio to go to wide side, possibly throw the ball.
It's one thing Indian Creek has not done yet. They haven't had Burge really move left or right on that knee. It's been the handoff. So that knee yet to be tested for Rob Burge. And there's a good look at Slingin' Sam. Sam Fornsaglio, head coach at Indian Creek. And he has done a great job with this program that has really taken off here in Wintersville as the community has gotten behind it. As the handoff goes to Lucchino. He's across the 20 and down to about the 17-yard line. He'll have a first down. Of course, Indian Creek, a consolidated school system, Mingo, Wintersville. And when it first got started, some people pulling in one direction, other people in different directions. But now everybody's going in the same direction, and it is taking off out here.
Oh, no question about that. I think that's solely due to Coach Sam and the job he's done. His staff and the players have come together. I don't think the players have any problem. Coach Sam doing a good job. Got his Indian Creek team on the roll here. Last play continued to go left. Little misdirection with Lucchino. Obviously, Indian Creek likes running the ball to the left against this Indian Creek. Unbalanced line that time.
Oh, they go right. Boyack to the outside. Steps out of one tackle. Maybe gets an extra yard out of it. On the tackle, number 44, Matt McCain for Buckeye Local. 9:45 to go in the first quarter. And Indian Creek doing the same thing. I came to the Indian Creek game last week, and Coach, first possession of the game, took the ball all the way down the field, long drive, ate up a lot of clock, punched it in for the touchdown. Then they stalled later on in the first and second quarters. But tonight, same type of situation. Nice ball control, working it down the field.
You see Sammy snuck in a little formation there on the last play. It was unbalanced line right and ran behind it.
Brian Duncan to the near side. Power I formation to the right. Handoff. Hammock tries to get outside. And he won't get much, maybe a yard. McCain came in, number 44, knifing through quickly, but he got some help from the defensive line. Good pursuit by the Panthers on that one.
No question, Buckeye Local need a big play there. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 here. Easier to defend down here to pass if Sammy wants to go to it. If not, he's still going to play power football here.
Gosney to the far side. Duncan near side. Lucchino in a wing to the near side. Burge looks to throw, looks in the flat, incomplete. Intended receiver was Duncan. And it'll bring up 4th and 6 for Indian Creek at the 12-yard line of Buckeye Local.
I knew it was just a matter of time before Coach wanted to throw the ball a little bit. He has a great offensive scheme throwing the football. You can see he had 3 receivers out here. One on a vertical stretch here, sent the guy deep. Lucchino into the flat, and the tight end on a little out. 3 receivers out. Flooded the right side of Buckeye Local defense, and now Buckeye Local's defense is in position to make a stop here.
Lucchino split to the far or near side. Gosney tight end on the far side. Burge in the shotgun, and he is going to roll near side, sets up, swings it outside to Hammock. He won't get much. Well, he breaks the tackle and gets inside the 10. Won't have enough for the first down, and it will go over on downs to Buckeye Local. So a big defensive stop for the Panthers as Indian Creek is turned away. And an interesting thing, Coach, I was going to mention, Jeremy Stacy, one of the favorite receivers of Burge, not in the game on offense. It looks like he'll go out on defense.
Little shotgun here. They'll semi-roll to the left. Quick screen. Wanted to get that back one-on-one. Nice tackle by the second man there, Merkel. Hammock almost shook that second tackle like he shook the first one to get the first down, but Buckeye Local on a nice defensive stand when they had to.
Buckeye Local, as Barry Switzer, when he was at Oklahoma, would like to say, we hung 50 on him today. And last week, that's what Buckeye Local did. A lot of points on the board, but on first down, Boyack from Indian Creek comes knifing through and just stops his man in his tracks on the carry for Buckeye Local, Chad McFadden, and Boyack said nothing doing on that one as we take a look at the offense for Buckeye Local. Vitek, McCain, Merkel, Bickerstaff, Zolads, and Schultz also in there, as we just mentioned. McFadden, you'll see a lot of players in and out. A good offensive unit in terms of the line up front. Duck, Rusak, Benton, Filipovich, and Tansmore. Second down and long. Vitek rolls, tucks it, looks to run. Boyack had a shot at him, gets away. McFarland takes a shot. I believe Don Zilla got in there as well. As we take a look at the numbers, check that. Matt Gould, number 54, making the stop. But Boyack creating havoc right now on first and second down for Indian Creek. Let's take a look at the defense, and there's a look at Boyack, Heath, Jarman, and Morgan. Up front, defensive line, a good group of linebackers that'll rotate in. And also defensive backfield, very, very solid with Gosney, Stacy, and Vanderborn in the defensive backfield.
Indian Creek doing an outstanding job defensively first 2 plays. Buckeye Local is going to be 3 and out here. What a defensive stand. Great effort.
Matt McCain on the carry for Buckeye Local, short gain of about 3 yards. Still doesn't get back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th and a long 10, and Buckeye Local will look to punt the football away, and Indian Creek's fans letting the defense know that they approve of their effort. And I'll tell you what, Coach, it's standing room only tonight. Buckeye Local, the Panthers have a big sign draped across the far side, all of their seats full, standing room only. Great crowd on hand as Vitek kicks it away. Good strong kick to about the 45. Lucchino gets it, misses, makes one man miss, gets a block across the 35, 30, 25, another block, puts it back at the 15, and he's finally driven out of bounds at the 10-yard line. On the stop, Tim Merkel along with Vitek, the punter, but Lucchino coming up with a nice run all the way back. Joe Lucchino.
Nice job here. Fielded the ball. Shook a tackle right here. Speed to the outside here. Nice block on the crackback. Second block. Nice run by Lucchino in the open field. Really, Indian Creek specialty teams really look good on that punt return.
1st and 10 from the 10. 1st and goal Birch drops the football. He drops on it, but he doesn't have control, and I think the Panthers get a big break. They get the football back, so after a huge return, the Redskins squander an opportunity, and Buckeye Local has the football.
Boy, I got to give you fits right there, Burge. I don't know whether the back kicked it out of his hand or he just lost the handle, but Buckeye Local swarming to the football.
Jason
Dodged the
Rowe,
bullet.
number 31 on the fumble recover for Buckeye Local.
Dodged the bullet twice, Bill. Backs against the wall again. Indian Creek defense coming up big. Let's see.
How important to get a big drive here for the Panthers. On the carry on first down, Matt McCain. And maybe, Coach, not even a big drive. Just pick up a couple of first downs, give your defense a break, get a little rest so your offense can go to work, make Indian Creek work a little bit.
I think the key is what you're saying, Bill, on this good first down play. Buckeye Local has to move the sticks a couple times just to regroup mentally. That's the key. They've played to get with their backs against the wall here early, dodged the bullet twice, and they have to move the sticks. See what they do on the offensive line, second series here. First series, they didn't have no success.
Handoff. First down, Buckeye Local across the 25-yard line. Bickerstaff on the carry. Bryant, number 45.
Looked like they got a double team there on Boyock, a defensive tackle. And that's not surprising. You see Coach Bain sending his play in there. Little kick out block there by the guard. Into the secondary untouched. Good tackle. Gosney, I really like Gosney in the secondary. I think this kid's going to be a big-time football player.
Taliani on the tackle for Indian Creek. First and 10 for Buckeye Local from the 27. Vitek, quick look on the slant. Threw in the triple coverage. Incomplete. Intended receiver Zolad, number 12. Incomplete, second and 10.
Indian Creek had it covered defensively. They had a little blitz on there with Taliani from his linebacker spot. You know, Bill, that's one thing I want to point out to you all the time. You could see the greatest thing about high school football, in my opinion, is generation after generation. Kids play football. You can see these names out here, Don Zilla, Taliani, Gosney, all at one time Wintersville Warriors. You know, all these kids, that's the best thing about high school football is the families playing.
Vitek tucks and runs, spins, and he'll be close to the 35-yard line, but he's still going to be short of the first down by about 4 or 5 yards. So third and a long 4, Coach. Look for them to keep it on the ground or go up top.
Well, I know Coach Bain's attitude is the fact that he wants to throw the ball when he wants to throw it, not whenever he has to. So I look for him to run the ball here, play it close to the chest, don't take no chances, play field position on fourth down, punt it.
4:40 to go first quarter. Inside handoff. And that's not going to be enough for the first down. Indian Creek has held. It'll bring up fourth down. And it'll bring on the punting unit for Buckeye Local. But I think for the Panthers, they did accomplish what they wanted to on that drive. They got they got a first down, move the sticks, and took up some time, give their defense a chance to take a break.
No question. Barring a big return here by Stacy or Lucchino, Buckeye Local did themselves justice just getting out of the hole. But they're not out of it yet. Let's see what Stacy or Lucchino does.
Vitek, good, strong punt. Tail drag a little bit. Fair catch from Stacy at the 30-yard line. And that's where Indian Creek will take over. First and 10, and we'll take our first time out of the night. 3:58 to go first quarter. It's nothing on the Super Doppler 9000 scoreboard.
Autumn brings us high school football with all of its pageantry. But every touchdown and twirl of the baton brings us closer to cold, messy weather. No matter what the season brings, Schwartz Homes is committed to providing service, selection, and quality, all inside the world's only climate-controlled indoor megastore. Practice makes perfect, and Schwartz scores big by being named the 1997 National Retailer of the Year. Come inside and see what it's all about. The Schwartz Homes Indoor Megastore, New Philadelphia.
Treat that special person to their very own picture cake. Perfect for any occasion. It's sweet art, and it's only at Gus's Goodies.
Don't talk about it. Do it. Check out Tech. Tech Prep.
Dr. William S. Grant specializes in medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle. He and his staff will provide you with prompt, courteous, and gentle care. Why walk in pain? Come see Dr. Grant. He'll put some pride in your...
Why is State Park Motors #1 in the Ohio Valley? Having the largest selection and best prices on late model used cars, trucks, and vans certainly helps. But it's our people that make the difference. From our cleanup and detail department, attentive service and wholesale department members, and cheerful office staff, to our honest, low-pressure sales team. Once you meet the people of State Park Motors, you'll know why we say, the more you know about buying a car, the more you'll want to know State Park Motors. Located just off Route 22 on Route 43 in Wintersville, Ohio.
The Super Doppler 9000 scoreboard tonight. Buckeye Local and Indian Creek. That radar system is taking on a life of its own.
Oh, Bill, you got to fight for your team, Bill. You got to get Sports Friday scoreboard next week.
There we go. Boyack to the outside, running room, gets a block inside of 45-40, cuts back into 35. He could go all the way, still on his feet. One man to beat. Boyack is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indian Creek. Coach, I'll tell you what, it's week 2, but you might be able to put that one for run of the year.
Well, I'll tell you something. Boyack really looks good running the football here. I think a couple Buckeye Local defenders thought they had him pinned against the sideline. He made that quick cutback and caught him off guard. Nice seal there. Nobody from Buckeye Local there. What a job done by the Indian Creek offensive line.
Nice cutback here at the 35.
Had the angle. He was done. Beautiful cutback and outran it at the end. Just showed how strong he really is. That kid's a stud.
Extra point up and good. So Indian Creek jumps out on top on the Super Doppler 9000 scoreboard by a score of 70-0 on the 70-yard touchdown run from Dave Boyack. As he goes in for a touchdown, 7-0 Indian Creek over Buckeye Local here in the first quarter. And, Coach, I'll tell you what, Indian Creek has come out and really done the job offensively. And Buckeye Local right now has to be thinking, what hit us?
Oh, no question about it. I know that Coach Bain didn't expect his team to get manhandled like this early, but Indian Creek's really getting after him on the offensive line. And if Buckeye Local is going to make a game of it, they're going to have to respond here. You can see all down blocking here, double team at the point of attack. Lucchino double down on the defensive end. Stacy with a nice block in the secondary. That's what's going to free you in reality is the blocking in the secondary. And from here on out, it's Boyack.
You look at a guy like Boyack, you might think he's just going to try and run over the last two guys. Nice move to cut it back inside, and then look at him dragging Vitek to the goal line as he just gets across. And right now, the Buckeye Local Panthers coach reeling a little bit and need to get something generated offensively.
Have to respond here. A big emotional game like this early in the year. Everybody's playing on emotions early. They got to respond.
Short kickoff down to the 25-yard line. Some running room for the Panthers. Jeremy Millard, number 83 on the return for Buckeye Local, and that's where Buckeye Local will take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. And Buckeye Local has some work to do, Coach.
Let's see if Coach Bain stays with his running game here. I don't think he'll panic.
Only takes one big play, as we just saw.
I think he'll just get after it here. But Indian Creek's defense is swarming to the ball. Gould busting through. Taliani and Gosney.
Good gang tackling, but Chad McFadden manages to pick up about 4 yards on first down. 2nd down and about 6 for Buckeye Local. So I think if you're a Panther fan, you call that a win on first down.
No question. Got Got to continue to move the sticks here. Buckeye local offensive line pulling both guards. Washington Redskin counter tray. Gosney coming up from his secondary position. Nice tackle.
Handoff inside, and about 3 on second down on the carry. Matt McCain, number 44, out close to the 45-yard line. Bring up 3rd and a long 2.
Boyoff coming back in the game here.
Looks like we have an equipment timeout, an official timeout down on the field. One of the Redskins having his face mask area looked at.
Indian Creek, all their personnel back from last year at the skilled positions. Coach Bornstadler really looking for a big year, just like we said at the beginning of the show, where he really got this Indian Creek football program going in a positive direction. I think you could say the same about Timmy Bain. He realized he made some mistakes last year. He has a support administration down there. He really likes what he's doing with this program. He's got a solid freshman football team, good athletes down there. Chad Figursky, a Vincey boy, a Pratty boy. I've seen them play Big Reds freshmen. So I think Buckeye Local is going to be solid in the future. All they got to do this year is be on the plus side of their schedule and wins and losses, I believe, for Coach Bain to get this thing on the roll.
Matt Gould with some type of equipment problem. May have been a contact. It looked like the officials were looking at his eye, so maybe a contact popped out, but he is ready to go nevertheless. 3rd and 2 from the 44 for the Panthers. And they get Indian Creek to jump. Flag on the play. Were they drawn off or not? We'll get the call from the officials.
Pointing at the left end for Buckeye Local, number 34. That's who they was pointing at. It might have drawn him off sides. Looks like it did. Chuck Tascalinas, the referee from Wheeling. Big Chuck basketball official also.
Well, that changes the complexion of the 3rd down call, and this is something that Coach Bain doesn't like to do. He wants to pass when he wants to, not when he has to. And right now, this may be a has-to situation.
No
3rd and 8 from the 39. 2:25 to go first quarter. Vitek looking to throw. Has some protection, looks, and he intends to pass for Matt McCain, number 44, but it goes incomplete. Pressure coming in from Joe Hammock. And it goes incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down, so Buckeye Local will have to kick the football away.
Yeah, Buckeye Local, you can see on the replay, they had him sealed. All they needed was a block on Hammock for time, but he just ran through the offensive back and made a nice play. Good show of strength there by Joe Hammock. Good defensive pressure.
Stacy and Lucchino back deep at about the 20-yard line of Indian Creek. Vitek to punt for Buckeye Local. Pressure, and he just gets it away. Gould laid out. It'll roll to a stop and be down at the 30-yard line. So Indian Creek takes over 1st and 10 from the 30. We take a look at what's coming up on WTOV9 this weekend. We mentioned our game of the week tonight at 11:30, but coming up next on WTOV9, Notre Dame college football. Georgia Tech and Notre Dame, they open up the new stadium, Coach, in South Bend, Indiana. It starts at 2:30 right here on WTOV9. So you can see the Fighting Irish and the Rambling Wreck. Georgia Tech, the Yellow Jackets.
Coach Davey, opener up there at Notre Dame. I remember him when he was coaching the Penguins at Youngstown State. Unbalanced line this way.
Fairster to the near side.
Wow, that's
30.
That's an unbalanced.
And nothing doing there. Coming in quickly for Buckeye Local, number 34, John Schultz. And he came right through that unbalanced line, Coach, and made the stop in the backfield. Loss of about 5 on the play, 2nd and 15.
You can see the end shift over there and really out formation in here, but you got to block down, and you didn't. And defensive play by Buckeye Local, busting through.
Hand off Stacy into the line. Good second effort. Picks up about 3 to 4 on the play. It'll still bring up a long 3rd down situation. 3rd and about 11. Call it 3rd and 12 for Indian Creek from their own 29-yard line.
You know, you got to wonder how Stacy's leg feels. He's a tough kid. Trying to play tonight. Little injury. Had hobbled all week. There you see Coach Sam with his top age Steve Kauser.
Boyack in a slot split to the far side along with Gosney. Burge is going to roll near side. Steps up, throws, hit when he throws, and it's a wobbler, out of bounds, and incomplete, dunking the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 4th down. Burge took a shot when he was hit, and it's incomplete. Burge comes off under his own power, looks pretty good. Not showing many signs of, or any signs at this point of the knee injury other than the brace, but take a look at the replay.
There's a sprint out Coach Fornsagley's been talking about. Burge looks pretty good on his knee. Setting up, really didn't get to follow through. Buckeye Local had to defend it, though.
Jason Rowe with the pressure, number 31 for Buckeye Local. 48 seconds to go in this first quarter of play. End-over-end kick. It is going to bounce in. Man, is going to take an Indian Creek roll down inside the 30-yard line. So a generous roll for the Indian Creek punt team. Buckeye Local, though, was still good field position at the 30-yard line on the Super Doppler 9000 scoreboard. Indian Creek 7, Buckeye Local nothing. 36 seconds to go, first quarter of play, Coach. 7-0, and the first quarter really belongs offensively to Dave Boyack of Indian Creek, well over 100 yards already rushing.
Very impressive running the football. Quick moving quarter. Might have been 1 penalty, maximum 2. Big play there by number 51.
Tim Merkel on the carry, on the stop, Nick Donzilla. And I'll tell you what I like on that play. I don't know if we have a replay of it, but Donzilla was down on the ground, popped back up, and was still able to make the play.
I can have your attention, please. Any cars?
There you go, right there, getting up, making a play. That's a football player right there. You get knocked down, you get up, you make the play.
If you're parked there, you better move your car. They're going to start going immediately.
Vitek on the option down the line. Close to first down yardage, and I think he has it as he gets across the 40-yard line. It should be a first down for Buckeye Local, so the Panthers pick up the first down as we hear the siren sound for the end of the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. On the scoreboard after 1 quarter of play, Indian Creek 7, Buckeye Local nothing. We're back with the second quarter right after this.
I had 2 major shoulder surgeries in the big city. After finding both of them to be unsuccessful, I decided to stay locally with Dr. Capito. It's the best thing I ever did. Look out, John Elway. There's only one play I'd call for a sports injury. It'll work every time, 6 points.
Good luck, area teams, from Water Transport, your #1 bottled water company.
Congratulations and good luck from all of us at Sterling's Auto Body.
Once again, the people of the Ohio Valley voted Physical Therapy Associates best physical therapy in the area. We proudly accept the Reader's Choice Award and want to thank you for your confidence in us. When you need physical therapy, wouldn't you rather go to the best? Physical Therapy Associates. It's more than a hospital.
More than a hospital for you.
We're Allen Taylor Roofing, but don't let the name fool you. We're not just roofs. We're experts in making your home beautiful. Low monthly payments and your choice of plans. By the way, we still do roofs. Call today.
Introducing the Storm Team 9 Neighborhood Weather Net. The Neighborhood Weather Net covers the Ohio Valley, giving Storm Team 9 meteorologists live weather information from your neighborhood. It can show you just how high the winds are and how much rain is coming. Plus, local schools can access our sites for use in the classroom. It's weather coverage you can count on from the Ohio Valley's 24-hour news and weather station. News 9, follow the leader.
And welcome back to the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. And there's the score, Coach. 7-0, Indian Creek over Buckeye Local on the Super Doppler 9000. Now, after the Boyack touchdown run, You tell me I may have said, and Dean Moraney, our director, agrees with you. I may have said after the touchdown, a few moments later, that it was 70-0 on a 7-yard run. That's impossible. Can't work that way.
I'd never say that.
7-0. Got a little turned around, a little twisted around.
Just an emotional individual.
Well, we're excited. It's high school football season. Right. Two great teams.
What it's all about right here. What it's all about.
It's not about watching the officials throw the flags, but they have to do their job.
And they do a good job of it. They do. You got to love them.
Yeah. I'm sure you say that when you were down on the sidelines, when whatever sport it was, whether it was basketball, football, whatever. I'm sure you just said they do a super job. You got to love them.
Always agreed with them. Always understood the fact that I wasn't going to win any calls and just let it go and keep
very
going.
Calmly discussed everything.
Just keep coaching.
Never raised your voice.
Never. Keep coaching. Have a good time. Enjoy what you're doing.
Panthers get a win on the penalty against Indian Creek. Pick up 5 yards. It's first down again as McCain carries. They're going to spot him ahead for about 2 yards. It'll bring up second down and about 3 for Buckeye Local as they have the ball across their own 45-yard line.
Gould stepped up on this play from his linebacker spot and stuffed it. Nice job. Might have been Taliani underneath there on that play. 2 good inside linebackers for Indian Creek. It's my old roommate from the Akron Zips, Keith Taliani, and Lenny Taliani's son.
Handoff inside. Running room for the Panthers and a first down across midfield and into Indian Creek territory. Merkel on the carry. Tim Merkel, number 33 for Buckeye Local. First down at the 44-yard line of Indian Creek.
Better job up front here. Backside tackle pull and a kick-out block. Good hold. Don't get touched though. He's in the secondary. Gosney, nice tackle. Buckeye Local needs a couple more of them if they're going to be in this football game from an offensive standpoint.
Hence Ross split to the far side. Option down the line. Merkel on the carry across the 40. He'd be close to a 7-yard gain. Merkel and Vitek just got to the corner. He said, you take it. You've got some running room.
Good play calling by the Buckeye Local offensive staff over there. Had Indian Creek biting a little bit. Nice time to run an option to the short side.
Take a look here at Merkel, coach, and coming across, getting in on the stop, number 34, Taliani. And as we take a look at another big run for the Buckeye Local Panthers, so all of a sudden the Panthers starting to chew up the yards on the ground. Matt McCain, number 44, with the big run, and he has had a couple big runs in this drive, and it's another first down for Buckeye Local inside the 25 of Indian Creek.
You see the holes opening up there. Good seal block, blocking down.
Nice stiff arm.
Good run. Last 2 plays, Buckeye Local's offensive backs weren't being hit until in the secondary. You know the line's doing the job. There's a misdirection.
Bickerstaff up the middle into the secondary, and he is going to dive for the goal line just short at the 2-yard line. Gosney on the stop, but quickly, Buckeye Local with a quick hitter inside, and Bickerstaff goes for about 20 yards inside the 5-yard line.
Well, Coach Bain really mixing it up over there. Little misdirection play here. Had Indian Creek going one way. Little counter action here. Missed tackle with the line of scrimmage. Gosney saves a touchdown.
Injured Indian Creek player Dave Boyack down on the field. He's being attended to at the 20-yard line, and right in that replay, he's out of it right now.
Yes, he is.
He got kicked. It looked like a foot came up and caught him on the chin. As he went for the tackle, another foot came up from one of his teammates as they went for the tackle, as Bickerstaff went through the hole, and I think it clipped him on the chin because he is answering all kinds of phones, and he's not sure what anyone's asking him at this point.
You hate to see this right here. You hate to see this.
You're going to see him come through and dive, and I think you won't see him go down, but you'll see the foot come up. There's Boyack, and there's the foot.
By his own player.
Yep.
That's a shame.
He is off to a great start in this game offensively and has made some tackles defensively. Hopefully, for Dave, he is okay, and he'll be able to get back in the ball game for Indian Creek. But they are not going to take any chances with Dave Boyack, and as you can tell, he is not feeling very good right now.
He's in good hands out there with Doc John Figgle. and his staff. And I'm sure Doc Fig will take care of him. And he'll be okay. Let's hope. Buckeye Local threatening here. This is just what they need to respond to a very impressive Indian Creek opening drive.
First and goal from the 2-yard line. Handoff deep in the backfield, spinning for the goal line, and it is a touchdown, Buckeye Local. Tim Merkel gets in, number 33. The arms went up. It's a touchdown and a 1-point ball game here in the second quarter.
See Tim Bain, he's motivating. He's got his program going the right direction. Boy, I tell you, talked to him before the game. He had me ready to play football, and that really takes something.
Diving for the
good
goal
lead,
line.
Good effort. Good effort. Good effort. Ball crossed the goal line. 3 parts of this now. The center, the hold, and the kick.
Attempting the extra point for Buckeye Local, Matt McCain, number 44. Snap on the ground, spot down, kick up, and it is good right through the middle. So after a quarter and 2 minutes, it is a 7-7 ball game on the Super Doppler 9000 scoreboard. Buckeye Local and Indian Creek 7-7 here at Kettlewell Field.
Excuse me. Your chain looks a little bit dry. And your handlebars are a little bit out of line, too.
Chrysler Corporation's best dealers, as judged by their customers, are called 5-star dealers. And while you can't always tell when a kid's going to grow up to be one, sometimes you can.
I'll have you in and out of here in a half-hour tops.
Think about it. 80 years, same family, lower prices, better service. De novo.
Walking is the most natural exercise. The more physically active you get, the more fit you become. The Jefferson County Health Department wants you to know that walking tones muscles, maintains cardiovascular health, prevents osteoporosis, reduces stress, increases energy levels, improves self-image, and helps lower blood pressure and cholesterol. Plus, walking is inexpensive, safe, and easy. Pick up a distance walking chart from the Jefferson County Health Department and take the road to health. Walk it.
The high school football game of the week, Buckeye Local versus Indian Creek, is brought to you by Steel Valley Sports Medicine, Schwartz Homes, Kroger, Physical Therapy Associates, Jefferson County Health Department, Riley Heating and Cooling, and Advanced Financial Savings Bank.
Oh, I know this is his second drug.
There's one voice that almost everyone listens to.
We have to find out how this affects the Ohio Valley's water supply.
News 9's Jim Forbes. He's the voice of knowledge.
What will that do to the tax base in West Virginia?
The voice of authority.
If that checks out, we'd have to send a crew to Columbus because that would be a major step.
And the voice of understanding.
And so it's an extraordinarily happy ending.
News 9 with Jim Forbes, the most trusted voice in Ohio Valley television news.
And welcome back to the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Bill Phillips, along with the coach, Ray Suckosh. And, Coach, a recap of the scoring. Dave Boyack, a 70-yard touchdown run in the first quarter for Indian Creek. Extra point is good, 7-0. Second quarter, about 2 minutes in, Tim Merkel from 2 yards out after a nice drive by the Panthers. And we are tied at 7-7. And after last week's action, both teams played very well. This is the game we expected.
No question. Both teams getting after each other defensively and determined to run the football offensively, and so far both teams have been successful in their own way.
McCain to kick off, short kick down to about the 26. Gosney on the return. He's across the 35 and out close to the 40, so good field position for Indian Creek.
Well, I think that's indicative right there of the talent that Indian Creek has at the skill position when they can have a ball player of the caliber of Gosney up short to return the football.
Checking into the ball game for Indian, number 16, Brian Duncan. Also checking in, number 51, Don Zilla. Nick Donzilla into the offensive line, and we will see what Indian Creek wants to do. If they keep it on the ground to start this possession, or if they'll put it up top.
Well, sooner or later, there's no doubt in my mind, Coach Forsaglio is going to open up the offense and throw everything but the kitchen sink at the Panthers. He's a great offensive mind and great football coach. One thing I've noticed here about Indian Creek, they don't look to me to have too many guys going both ways, and that may be that may tell the tale in the fourth quarter. Coach Forsaglio has a lot of faith in his football players. When he has only 2 or 3 kids going both ways, he's talented.
Stacy at tailback. Bird steps, drops, throws. He has a man. It's Duncan, and it is caught after it was knocked down. It is caught by Duncan. Good concentration from the receiver. I think we're going to have a face guarding penalty against Buckeye Local, but still a great catch, Coach.
No question. No question here. You can see, just like we talked about, Coach Sands going to open up a little bit, fake the option. Good ball right there. Defensive back wasn't aware where it was at. That's a penalty, but boy, oh boy, who was that? Duncan?
Duncan on the
what
catch.
A catch.
16. I'll tell you what.
Great concentration there.
If Sean Zolatz, the defender, turns around on the play, he's got an interception.
Got to know where the ball's at. When the receiver looks for the ball, you look for the ball. He didn't do that there. They paid a price.
Take another look at it, Coach. This could be on the play of the week's Monday.
Oh, this is an outstanding effort here by Duncan. I'll tell you what, yes, it did. The defender, Zolak, tipped it, but I'll tell you, you got to like his Duncan. Great hand-eye coordination. Saw him play basketball in the summertime. Good, hard-working kid. I'll tell you, good kid.
Big gain on first down for Indian Creek. Pickup of about 30 yards on the play. Lucchino into the secondary. He's across the 20 and dives close to the first down yardage he needs.
Well, Indian Creek has definitely found something on Buckeye Local's right side, Indian Creek's left side, because they've moved the ball consistently there all night. You can see the offensive line on that side. Just everybody blocking down. A nice kick-out block by the fullback, number 42. Lucchino did the rest.
Zolatz, number 12 for Buckeye Local, making the stop. Stacy in a wing to the far side now. In spelling Boyack is number 42, Heath, but coming through quickly for Buckeye Local. Nice play defensively. John Schultz, number 34. That's the second time he's come into the backfield and stopped Indian Creek right after the snap.
Down in this area, Buckeye Locals played well defensively. Slipped through. Offensive lineman didn't get his head across there. Nice defensive play.
3rd and 3 from the 21 for Indian Creek.
Steve Heath in the Indian Creek backfield in for Boyack at fullback now.
Burge looks to throw. Steps up, throws for the corner for Gosney. He has it. Touchdown, Indian Creek. Looked like another situation, Coach, where the defender just didn't know where the ball was, and if he turns around, he's right there on the coverage.
Yeah, no question. Indian Creek has been behind Buckeye Local all 3 or 4 times. They've looked to throw the ball, and if Buckeye Local doesn't do something in their secondary, they're going to be in big trouble. Nice play, second time. Defensive back didn't know where the ball was. Gosney made a nice adjustment. Good catch.
Extra point up, and it is good, right down the middle. So Indian Creek responds to Buckeye Local. This one shaping up to be a dandy as they go back and forth. 14-7, Indian Creek on top. We'll take a timeout. Back with more after this.
We say yes, yes we can. It's a simple word that everyone understands. We say yes every day. It's a three-letter.
Hi, I'm Steve Gallardi, President of Advanced Financial Savings Bank.
And I'm Mark DeSantis, Vice President and Branch Manager.
We are pleased to announce the location of our new branch.
Look forward to us in spring 1998 in Wintersville, Ohio.
We are expanding to serve our community better.
At Advanced Financial Savings Bank, we say yes to you.
To Frank & Son Auto Body, our unibody repair specialist, collision specialist. We have oven-baked paint room, precision color matching, and we have quality work at reasonable prices.
Forrester's Nursing Home in Wintersville salutes the players, cheerleaders, band members, and coaches that keep the creek rising. For information on nursing home care, call 264-7788. The Hillsborough Tavern, McClister Avenue, Mingo. Stop in before or after the ball game. Famous fish every day. Daily luncheon and dinner specials.
A 10-year warranty. Most companies don't offer one at any price. But right now, when you buy any high-efficiency Train XL Series heat pump, you'll receive a 10-year parts and labor warranty free. Now that's a really big deal.
For more information on Train electric heat pumps, call Raleigh Heating and Cooling in Dillonville, 769-2738. Train heat pumps, heat, cool, and save. It's hard to stop a train.
Come to the Sunshine Fitness Center in Wintersville this month and receive $5 off your monthly membership. Purchase a one-year pass and get $25 off, plus this Sunshine water bottle free. Your membership includes racquetball, handball, volleyball, basketball, an indoor track, aerobics, boxing, and a 4,600 square foot weight facility featuring free weights, universal equipment, and hammer strength. Join the Sunshine Fitness Center and support youth programs for kids in the Ohio Valley. Call 266-6144 for more information.
Welcome back to the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. Rob Birds just threw a touchdown pass. He came in a little banged up with that left knee, and it looks like they're working on that right now. But he has played very, very well as we take a look at Birds. Boyack at the end of the bench. He is still with an ice pack on the back of his neck. I don't know if we'll see him later in this game. Kickoff now comes down to Buckeye local Sean Zolads, number 12. He's got some running room. And he's across the 40-yard line and out close to the 45 of Buckeye local. That's where the Panthers will take over 1st and 10.
Good return. Both teams look good from the offensive standpoint on their specialty teams. Offense, defense, and specialty teams. 3 keys of football. It's not rocket science.
Wheeling Park 30, with 0.
Vitek under center, 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Handoff inside, first man through. Big number 44, Matt McCain.
Matt McCain, the ball there.
Picked up 6 yards.
Matt Gould on the stop for Indian Creek.
It's obvious Indian Creek's able to move the football. Buckeye local will have to continue to respond. I just feel bad for Boyack down there, boy. What a football player. You got to love him. I've seen him play 3 or 4 times in the last 2 years. I think my man's really out of it right now, Bill.
Handoff, Merkel to the 50-yard line. Pickup of about 3. 3rd and about 3 for Buckeye local. I'll tell you what, you get a kick to the chin and it catches you right on the button. Doesn't matter who you are, you're going to be hearing bells.
3rd down, about 3.
See a little cross-buck action here. Guard pulling, followed him up through. Indian Creek giving yards grudgingly.
Nick Lamatrice, number 88, in on the tackle as well. 7:15 to go, first half of play. Vitek option, a lot of running room. Merkel inside the 40 and dives ahead to the 35-yard line. And I'll tell you what, Buckeye local caught Indian Creek in a defense they didn't want to be in.
Exactly. They seem every time they've run that option, they seem to catch Indian Creek in a defense they don't want to be in here. And they've been successful 3 times on the option.
Good
nice job. Quarterback held the ball to the last minute, took the hit. Good pitch, got it out there.
Handoff, Merkel again. He's across the 35-yard line. Gain of about 3. 2nd down and 7 for Buckeye local. And this offense is really clicking.
Yes, it is. They're moving the football. Got to see them in the scrimmage this year. They haven't changed much. Buckeye local takes on the personality of their coach. No nonsense, basic football.
3 yards in a cloud of dust. Or something like that.
Yes.
Double reverse. Inside handoff. That's Bickerstaff. He has some more running room, and he's inside the 10-yard line for the 2nd time tonight on a long carry from deep inside Or from just inside Indian Creek territory, Bickerstaff has made 2 big runs inside the 10-yard line.
All this misdirection got to drive a defense coordinator crazy. You can see the inside reverse here. Good lead block. Open field. Good field, open field running. Gosney and Stacy. Both their fathers played on this field.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line for Buckeye Local. Indian Creek just scored on a Burge to Gosney touchdown pass to retake the lead 14-7. Buckeye Local threatening. Merkel on the carry at the 5. Dives for the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeye Local.
Wow.
We've got a shootout, Coach.
No question about it. All Buckeye Locals backs are carrying out their fakes. This misdirection is really setting things like this up. Quick pitch to the outside. Good block on the perimeter. That was too easy if you're an Indian Creek fan. Coach Kuzikowski, from the defensive standpoint, is going to make adjustments here. These teams are just going to keep on going after each other.
Matt McCain to attempt the extra point. Snap, a good one. Spot down, kick up, and it is down the middle again. So we are tied once again, 14-14. 2 teams coming off of big first-week wins, and they are playing like they are 2 teams to be reckoned with for the entire 1997 season. Right now, the question is which defense coach is going to step up and get the job done.
You could tell, Bill, that the opening season wins for both teams have really allowed both of these teams to play this game with a lot of confidence, and that's what's going on right now.
Let's take a look at what's going on Sunday on WTOV9. Of course, you want to get up and get ready for the NFL Sunday afternoon action. You want to do that with Bill Cowher, the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bill Cowher Show Sunday at 8:30 a.m. And, of course, you have the rebroadcast of the Steubenville Bicentennial Parade Sunday at 1 p.m. And later from NBC, big game here, Denver and Seattle. Broncos coming off of a win in their opener. Seattle blown out by the New York Jets. The Seahawks are hoping to be a lot better than that this year. So we'll have to see what happens. And, of course, the man bringing it home. Sunday nights at 11:30, the Nacho Man, Don Sloan. In-depth highlights from the Steelers game with the Washington Redskins, college football action, and, of course, we get ready with a look at all the other NFL actions. We get ready for the high school football week ahead. He'll let you know what's going on for the games of the week and everything else and what's going on in the pennant races. So make sure you catch the Nacho Man on Sunday night, Sports Sunday, as Vanderborn takes the kick, and he is out across the 30, close to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 from there for Indian Creek. On the stop for Buckeye Local, Jeremy Millard and number 83, and Pat Benton, number 61.
Bill, the Bicentennial Parade, WTOV does it all, don't they? Very versatile organization.
Well, I'll tell you what. We were down there. I was down there, had a chance to host that Bicentennial Parade along with Kim Cabasco and Eric Miner down on the street. And we had a great time with the Bicentennial Parade. 2 bands that will perform at halftime tonight, Buckeye Local and Indian Creek. They were in action at the Bicentennial Parade. Both did a fine job. A lot of enjoyment provided from the parade, the bands, and everybody that was involved. And it's a lot of fun and a nice parade, and a lot of people are going to tune in to see that one again.
Yeah, no question. A lot of people worked hard to get that parade together, and really happy things turned out well for them.
And, Coach, I understand that you thought you were getting a deal. You parked over in the Big Lots parking lot tonight, but your car may be towed, I find out from the PA announcer. They just made an announcement, and I think they actually said the one with the sign that says Coach Ray on the back is the first one to go.
That's all right. Chief Calabrese will take care of me, I'm sure.
Oh. Aquino on the carry. He's across the 35. Short gain of about a yard. 3rd and about 7.
Watson, Jason Rowe. Jason Rowe and Chuck Watson is on the stop.
Really stiffening up here. Long yardage situation. 3rd down. Look for Coach Sam. Pull something out of his bag of tricks here.
5 minutes to go. First half of play. 14-14 ball game.
Buckeye Local secondary got to see the ball better if they're going to, if if they're going to do anything with Indian Creek's passing game defensively.
Burge to throw, swings it out in the flat to Stacy. Nice move as he gets past one tackler. He's spun down across the 40-yard line. It'll be close to first down yardage, but I don't think he has enough, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Get a replay on this. Let him come on the screen. Give him a leg, Jeremy, and take it away. Beautiful run. See, Burge is giving Jeremy time to get in the open field. Give him a leg and take it away. What a nice move. Great effort, almost a first down here. Gonna measure.
Doesn't look like he has any problems with the legs tonight.
Second call on 137974 for an Alvin Dimble. Set for Mr. Keelock. Still no winner.
Measurement, and it is going to be short, as about a yard short, Coach.
I'm sorry, Bill.
Getting your game ball ticket out?
Checking my tickets. I don't want to miss that 50-50.
You're going for the game ball, Coach. Coach, you've got 45 tickets here.
Well, you know, I want to win.
Did you get the game ball ticket or just go with the 50-50?
I was money man, 50-50.
50-50, okay.
Carl Hamill sold it to me.
I was going to try and get some tickets. They said you bought them out.
I had to.
What are we short by what?
Now, if you win, you're treating for dinner later, right?
No.
Thanks, Coach.
I got too many mouths to feed at home, Bill.
Well, Indian Creek has decided they're going to go for it, maybe try and draw the Panthers off with a long count, and they do. Indian Creek comes out. None of their linemen in the set position, or down position, I should say. Burge calls the signal. They go down to the ground, and that movement causes Buckeye Local to jump. Good play from Indian Creek. They pick up the first down.
Only a matter of time before Coach Fornsaglio goes into the bag of tricks. Buckeye Local ready to go.
He not only took the hope, he took the boat.
Just a little bit too soon. Still looking for Boyack on the sideline. Looks like he's feeling a little bit better. Took the ice pack off. You got to hope he's doing okay.
Burge rolls to the far side. Looks for Stacy, a little too wide and incomplete on 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. It'll bring second down and 10 with 4 minutes to go. We want to remind everybody, coming up at the end of the broadcast, we will pick our Red Donnelly Scholarship Award winners, players of the game for both teams. And right now, a number of players up for contention now. Of course, you have the check for the sack, Kroger Food and Drug, and the OVAC. Every sack that's recorded tonight worth $50 to the OVAC. And, of course, at the half, we will have the Battle of the Bands, Indian Creek and Buckeye Local. Burge, handoff inside to Stacy, bounces it outside. Now he's back inside, and he's going to pick up good yardage, about 6 on second down. It'll bring up 3rd and 4, and an Indian Creek lineman looks to be shaken up down on the field.
Number 65. I think he twisted an ankle there. Mike Vitello.
Bring up 3rd down about 5.
Good offensive surge here. Nice job, Indian Creek offensive line. Stacy gets the last 3 or 4 on his own. 3rd and a long 4.
Heath in motion to the far side. Burge option down the line with Stacy. Burge is going to cut it back, keep it, and he'll be across the first down yardage he needed, and he'll have the first down inside the 45 at about the 42-yard line of Buckeye Local.
His leg looked good there. He playing on his outside foot, put it upfield, got his shoulders going, put his head down, got the first down. Good hard run by the Indian Creek quarterback, Robbie Burge. Took a hit, challenged the defense. Buckeye Local swarming to the football.
Clock stops for the first down, 3:31. And we have an official timeout. It looks like, well, Buckeye Local Panther either shaken up or an equipment problem. Number 34, John Schultz. Looks like a chin strap problem, Coach. and that's what it was. So the official able to correct that without having to send Schultz off to the sideline, so he'll stay in the ball game. 1st and 10, 3:28.
Let's see if we throw it here. Indian Creek. Gonna option.
Verge option down the line. Right now he keeps. Then the pitch to Stacy, and they're going to lose yards.
A little tougher to option to the wide side than it is the option to the short side. Coach Forcelli went to the wide side that side. Buckeye Local, great defensive pursuit there.
Brian Vitek on the stop for Buckeye Local.
Both teams here well coached, well prepared, very familiar with each other. And you can tell, tightly contested game.
Duncan in the ball game. Here's to the near side. Lucchino on the far side. In a wing, Heath will come in motion towards us. Handoff. Stacy has the hole, has some running room, and he'll be close to first down yardage. May have it at the 30-yard line.
Quick hitter for Indian Creek over the left side. Jeremy Stacy, good yard. He's hit the hole quick.
Jerry was good for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 near the 31-yard line.
Stacy getting into the secondary on the dive play. That's impressive from an offensive standpoint there. Buckeye Local defense continuing to bend, but hasn't broke yet.
Keno, wing near side. Keith and Stacy in the backfield in an eye. 2:45 to go, first half of play. 14-14 ball game. Pitch to Stacy. Cuts back on the block from Heath, but not much doing there as Buckeye Local pursues well. Tansmore, number 77 for Buckeye Local, making the stop.
You see, Buckeye Local has undoubtedly made some adjustments there on their defensive right side. Indian Creek was running at will that way, but wasn't able to get outside on the perimeter that time. Didn't get a block out there.
Terry Smith, number 40, also in on the play for Buckeye Local.
137-581. Yeah, this 6 on the first ball.
Indian Creek, unbalanced line.
Can get them all in.
Double wing. Broken by Stacy as he comes in motion. Verge to throw. Outside to Stacy. Has some running room at the 20-yard line. He's down to the 19. On the stop from behind. That's McCain.
Back out of the backfield. Well-designed play.
Should have enough for the first down.
Unbalanced left. Coming back to the weak side here. Quick hitter out there to Jeremy. Good receiver.
I'll tell you what.
Indian Creek sending 3 guys out on every pass pattern so far. Stretching the defense, having a man underneath and throwing it right about the linebacker position.
Timeout down on the field. Buckeye Local 14, Indian Creek 14. 1:46 to go in the half. Indian Creek threatening. We're back with more after this.
Walking is the most natural exercise. The more physically active you get, the more fit you become. The Jefferson County Health Department wants you to know that walking tones muscles, maintains cardiovascular health, prevents osteoporosis, reduces stress, increases energy levels, improves self-image, and helps lower blood pressure and cholesterol. Plus, walking is inexpensive, safe, and easy. Pick up a distance walking chart from the Jefferson County Health Department and take the road to health. Walk it.
Good luck, area teams, from Water Transport, your #1 bottled water company.
Congratulations and good luck from all of us at Sterling's Auto Body.
Dr. William S. Grant specializes in medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle. He and his staff will provide you with prompt, courteous, and gentle care. Why walk in pain? Come see Dr. Grant. He'll put some pride in your...
Autumn brings us high school football with all of its pageantry. But every touchdown and twirl of the baton brings us closer to cold, messy weather.
No matter what the season brings, Schwartz Homes is committed to providing service, selection, and quality, all inside the world's only climate-controlled indoor megastore. Practice makes perfect, and Schwartz scores big by being named the 1997 National Retailer of the Year. Come inside and see what it's all about. The Schwartz Homes Indoor Megastore, New Philadelphia.
Introducing Super Doppler 9000 from News 9. From the News 9 Storm Center, the Storm Team 9 meteorologists will now show you the weather as it's happening.
Super Doppler 9000 is amazing. It can tell us exactly where a storm is right now while we're on the air. When severe weather is hitting, you need the most accurate, most up-to-date information, and that's exactly what Super Doppler 9000 can do.
Don't go to bed. Don't make plans until you check out Super Doppler 9000.
And welcome back. Bill Phillips and the coach, Ray Suckosh, and we have a dandy going on, Coach. Super Doppler 9000 scoreboard. That is correct, 14-14 with 1:45 to go in the first half of play. Indian Creek on a great drive right now, mixing the pass and the run, and they have a 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line of Buckeye Local.
Outstanding first half so far by both teams, offensively and defensively. But the key now is going to be in the last minute 46 to see who ends up on the high at the half.
Burge to throw. Backside pressure from Terry Smith. Incomplete. Hand going forward as Smith clean Burge's clock as it goes incomplete, and it'll bring up 2nd down from the 19.
Good pressure from the backside by Buckeye Local defense. Can't throw it unless you have time, and Robbie was lucky to get that arm going forward. Good closing speed by the Buckeye Local defender.
Slapping at the ball in the hand that's going to throw it.
2nd and 10. Where we at, Bill? On the 20?
19-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 19. 2nd down for Indian Creek. Gosney, near side. Stacy to the far side. Ball on the ground. Burge picks it up. Gets himself some time. Looks to the corner of the end zone for Gosney. A battle in the back of the end zone. And VTech is able to knock it away at the last moment. We have a flag down in the backfield from where Burge threw the football. We'll see if it's a holding or a roughing the passer, and it looks like it's going to be a roughing the passer against Buckeye Local.
Robbie Burge made a nice play out of the miscue there at the very beginning. Kept the presence of mind to pick the ball up and look to make something happen.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Burge keeps his wits about him. They're just picking up the football, Coach.
You got to protect the quarterback. You can't see it right there on the replay, and I didn't get a good look at it. I was watching a catch downfield, but 9 times out of the 10, the referee's going to protect the quarterback just like protecting the punter, and he should.
Sam Fornsaglio on the sideline. He wants to see exactly what's going on, and you know, we talked about the defensive backs. A couple of big plays went against Buckeye Local. Defensive backs didn't get all the way back around. That time, VTech was there.
Well, adjustments were made, and that's what athletics and competition's all about, is making adjustments. Who's going to make the better one? And Buckeye Local secondary made one there and saved a touchdown.
1st and goal from the 9 for Indian Creek. Heath and Stacy in the backfield. Lucchino, Gosney, and Duncan, your receivers. Handoff, Heath. Inside the 5-yard line, still on his feet, spins, and he is just short of the end zone.
Unbalanced line that time, unbalanced left formation left. Big fullback off left tackle. They continue to attack Buckeye Local's right side.
Just missed getting into the end zone, did Heath, Coach.
See lineman on an area, blocked everybody stepping to the play. Nothing fancy about that. Give the ball to the big fullback.
2nd and goal from inside the 1-yard line for Indian Creek. Heath and Stacy in the backfield. Aquino and a wing to the far side. Handoff. Heath dives. Goal line. Touchdown, Indian Creek. So Indian Creek regains the lead with 53 seconds to go in the first half. They lead it by a score of 20-14. Extra point to be attempted. We take another look at it. Coach just inside run.
Nothing fancy there. Toe-to-toe splits. Goal line defense, helmet on helmet. They needed 6 inches. Good hard run.
Some confusion for Indian Creek as they get ready to line up on the extra point attempt, so they call timeout. Good timeout.
Very
Don't
good
want to make a mistake. And Sam Fornsaglio heads out to the offensive huddle, the extra point huddle, while Tim Bain, head coach from Buckeye Local, heads out to his extra point block huddle. And Indian Creek right now feeling good about themselves with a 6-point lead. Buckeye Local, even though they give up that touchdown, still, I'm sure, Coach, feeling pretty good about the way the half ended up offensively, because they've been able to put some drives together. But will they have enough time, 53 seconds, to get another one on the board before the half?
If they can't get one in, hopefully they can do something for their sake, just positive to finish out the half, because it looks to me that Indian Creek is going to be able to continue to put some points on the board. But half times are made of adjustments.
Oh, we take a look at what's coming up next week on the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. That's a battle year in, year out. Monroe Central and River next week at 11:45 following Sports Friday. Back for the extra point. Nick Mead. Kick is up. Kick is through, and he is 3 for 3 this evening. Nick Mead. Super Doppler 9000 scoreboard. Indian Creek 21, Buckeye Local 14. Will stay right here for the final 53 seconds of this one. And I'll tell you what, Coach, we expected a good game, and we have gotten a good game.
Well, this is 2 weeks in a row for me. I've got to see a lot of scoring. Last week it was Weir High and Quincy Wilson show up at Oak Glen. And this week, Indian Creek and Buckeye Local putting points on the board. A lot of points for a high school football game in the first half. Fans love it. Coach Bain, there he is. Assisted by Jason Kernahan. I believe he's on the phones down there somewhere.
It was interesting. I talked to Coach Bain on the phone earlier this week, getting his lineups, and I mentioned last year's game, close game, could have gone either way. And he said, well, you know, Bill, he said, a close game is not what we're looking for. We're not looking for moral victories. We're looking for wins. We're looking for W's. And that's what we want to go by. If you get beat by 50 or by 1, it's still a loss. And same thing with a win. If you win by 1 or win by 50, it's just a win. But that's what Buckeye Local's looking for. They're not going to be satisfied to play close ball games as they did last year and come up on the short end of the stick. They want the wins. So they seem to be ready and not going to be ready to give up in this one. So we've got a long way to go, and they've still got 44 seconds to go in the first half. And as you mentioned, when you talked to Coach Bain, you were ready to play football. I was the same way. I was like, all right, let's go hit something.
There's no question. Buckeye Local, they definitely have a winner in Timmy Bain. You got to love what he does. He just reaps with enthusiasm and intensity, and my kid could play for him anytime.
1st and 10 for Buckeye Local at their own 33. Vitek looking to pass, rolls, and looks long down the middle for Bickerstaff, and it's knocked down at the last second by Gosney. And I think Gosney kind of mistimed his jump and wasn't quite ready, went up with one hand and possibly could have had an interception, but he knocks it down for Indian Creek, and if he can knock it down, that's a win.
No question. Gosney playing a little soft in the secondary. Knows they're probably going to go up top with it. He's a smart safety. I really like him as a football player, and he was right there, just misjudged it. But the surprising thing is Buckeye Local might have had a play going here.
Bickerstaff, the intended receiver, Brian Bickerstaff, number 45. They line up in a slot this time, and they will keep it on the ground, will Buckeye Local, and a gain of about 5 on the play, on the carry for Buckeye Local, Chad McFadden. Nick Lamatreese makes the stop as the clock rolls inside of 25 seconds.
3rd down and 5.
Buckeye Local continue to go with the misdirection. Continue to have a little bit of success here, but I'm sure Indian Creek's going to give that up. Nice job by Lamatreese on the tackle there.
Inside of 10 seconds to go in the half, Gosney drops about 35 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and Buckeye local keep it on the ground. McFadden again, nothing doing, lost the yard on the play, and that's the way this first half will come to a close. We have the siren after one half of play. Indian Creek on top by 7, 21-14. We'll have the Battle of the Bands when we come back, and much more. Don't go away.
From WTOV TV, this is News 9 now.
Hi, I'm Donna Irvin, and here's what's making news this hour. Now, police say they have the man who opened fire on 2 people who were driving in their car. Now, the incident happened Thursday night near the Parkview Circle housing complex. 20-year-old Jason Brown is charged with felonious assault. Now, Sam King of Steubenville and Angela King of Columbus were not seriously hurt. We'll have more news later.
The next time you need physical therapy, choose the best. Physical Therapy Associates. It's more than a hospital for you.
More than a hospital for you.
The high school football game of the week, Buckeye Local versus Indian Creek, is brought to you by Steel Valley Sports Medicine, Schwartz Homes, Kroger, Physical Therapy Associates, Jefferson County Health Department, Riley Heating and Cooling, and Advanced Financial Savings Bank.
Hi, I'm News 9's Jim Forbes, and this is Dick Reeder, President and CEO of Wirtz & Steel. As you know, cold weather is approaching, and many Ohio Valley children do not have a coat to keep them warm.
Wirtz & Steel cares about the people of the Ohio Valley, and that's why we're proud to kick off the 1997 WTOV Coats for Kids campaign by donating the first $1,000, and we urge that you give what you can.
Show the children of the Ohio Valley you care. Send your donation today to Coats for Kids to the address on the screen.
And welcome back to the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. Indian Creek on top at the half, 21-14. The Battle of Bands has begun. Our first contestant down on the field, Buckeye Local.
Very good.
Better to have it.
The Buckeye Local Marching Band will be back with the Indian Creek Marching Band right after this.
Say yes, yes we can. It's a simple word that everyone understands. We say yes every day. It's a three-letter.
Hi, I'm Steve Gallardi, President of Advanced Financial Savings Bank.
And I'm Mark DeSantis, Vice President and Branch Manager.
We are pleased to announce the location of our new branch.
Look forward to us in spring 1998 in Wintersville, Ohio.
We are expanding to serve our community better.
At Advanced Financial Savings Bank, we say yes to you.
Forrester's Nursing Home in Wintersville salutes the players, cheerleaders, band members, and coaches that keep the creek rising. For information on nursing home care, call 264-7788.
Don't talk about it. Do it. Check out Tech. Tech Prep.
Treat that special person to their very own picture cake. Perfect for any occasion. It's sweet art, and it's only at Gus's Goodies.
I had 2 major shoulder surgeries in the big city. After finding both of them to be unsuccessful, I decided to stay locally with Dr. Capito. It's the best thing I ever did. Look out, John Elway. There's only one play I'd call for a sports injury. It'll work every time, 6 points.
WTOV9 is proud to recognize outstanding students at Buckeye Local High School. This week we salute Jamie Weldon, Student Council President and Varsity Cheerleader. Tim Sable, Student Council Vice President and National Honor Society. Carrie Peltz, National Honor Society and Marching Band. Amy McMillan, Senior Class President and Pantherette Dance Line. Eric Pashani, Varsity Baseball and National Honor Society. WTOV9 salutes all the students at Buckeye Local High School.
And welcome back to the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. Indian Creek and Buckeye Local, an exciting first half. It's the Redskins on top of the Panthers 21-14. And right now we're getting ready to take a look at the Indian Creek Marching Band. I have some inside information. You're going to hear Watermelon Man and Good Golly Miss Molly. So that's the Battle of the Bands as it continues here at halftime.
Hey guys.
And that's a look at the Indian Creek Marching Band. We'll take a timeout, back with the second half right after this.
Autumn brings us high school football with all of its pageantry. But every touchdown and twirl of the baton brings us closer to cold, messy weather. No matter what the season brings, Schwartz Homes is committed to providing service, selection, and quality, all inside the world's only climate-controlled indoor megastore.
Practice makes perfect, and Schwartz scores big by being named the 1997 National Retailer of the Year. Come inside and see what it's all about. The Schwartz Homes Indoor Megastore, New Philadelphia.
A 10-year warranty. Most companies don't offer one at any price. But right now, when you buy any high-efficiency Trane XL Series heat pump, you'll receive a 10-year parts and labor warranty free. Now that's a really big deal.
For more information on Trane electric heat pumps, call Raleigh Heating and Cooling in Dillonville, 769-2738. Trane heat pumps, heat, cool, and save. It's hard to stop a Trane.
The Hillsborough Tavern, McLister Avenue, Mingo. Stop in before or after the ball game. Famous fish every day. Daily luncheon and dinner specials.
The Frank & Son Auto Body, our unibody repair specialist, collision specialist. We have oven-baked paint room, precision color matching, and we have quality work at reasonable prices.
Dr. William S. Grant specializes in medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle. He and his staff will provide you with prompt, courteous, and gentle care. Why walk in pain? Come see Dr. Grant. He'll put some pride in your...
WTOV9 is proud to recognize outstanding students at Indian Creek High School. This week we salute John Mitz, varsity soccer and track. Travis Eastham, marching band and National Honor Society. Rachel Burns, varsity cheerleader and Key Club vice president. Keith Vogt, varsity cross country and senior class president. Steve DeBacco, marching band and varsity tennis. WTOV9 salutes all the students at Indian Creek High School.
And welcome back to the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. Bill Phillips, that's who I am. At least I think I'm trying to say that name anyways. Bill Phillips and the coach, Ray Suckosh, and coach, the battle of the bands over. People at home will have to judge who is the winner. Two fine bands, Buckeye Local and Indian Creek. Kickoff comes down to Buckeye Local. Will still get the ball first. Terry Smith, number 40, on the return, still on his feet and dragging Indian Creek Redskins for about 10 yards out close to the 40-yard line. So good field position.
Sure,
Buckeye Local.
Excuse me, Bill. I think first possessions of the halves, both offensively and defensively, you're going to be able to see what coaches did at halftime and adjustments they made and what their attitude's going to be offensively and defensively in the second half.
First and 10 for the Panthers. Handoff goes to Merkel. He's going to look to cut it back. Doesn't have any blockers. Cuts it straight up. And he is finally taken down on the tackle. Ivan Morgan, number 58.
Nothing there. Good penetration by the defense. Here's the big fella.
There's Dave Boyak. He is out of his game pads. He's just sitting in his game shirt. He's got the shoulder pads and helmet back in the locker room, so we would assume that possibly a concussion, but dinged up enough where they're not going to let him go back in the ball game. Across the middle late, intended receiver Zolads, and Vitek throws incomplete, but that is always a dangerous play across the middle late.
There was nothing there. Probably was an ill-advised pass. Don't want your quarterback doing that, but, you know, kids want to make things happen, and Indian Creek had that defended well. Two-man route, though, and you can see the difference there, and the difference of philosophy offensively. Indian Creek in their pass routes, usually 3 men, Buckeye Local 2. Option to the short side, works
Merkel
again.
has it. He'll be close to first down yardage, and he'll have it at midfield.
Option's been the bread and butter for Buckeye Local 4 or 5 times. Coach Baines called it. It's worked every time. So obviously they feel that they can option them in certain situations. Merkel, nice run.
There's a look at head coach Tim Bain on the sideline. His team first and 10 at midfield. Handoff, Bickerstaff. A little shake and bake at the line, nothing doing. On the stop, big number 72, Keith Jarman.
Well, you can see even though VTech did a nice job on the option previously, that play's been successful. The misdirection play has hurt Indian Creek this evening, but Coach Forsadley and his defensive staff paid a lot of attention to it at halftime. Coach Kuzikowski handling the defense there. They're not biting on that misdirection as of yet.
Jarman 6'2", 275. Option down the line, this time put on the ground. Merkel has it, but he'll be forced out of bounds by 3 Redskins. Loss of 4 on the play, 3rd and long.
Well, you can see right there, if we get a replay on this, nice job to the short side. Indian Creek defending the option. First time the option hasn't worked. Nice job by Lamatrice and Hammock out there. Defended the option perfectly. I love the option to the short side of the field offensively. I think it's easier to be successful at that rate. You'll see most teams do run it to the short side offensively.
Vitek setting up the screen, and it is complete, but it's not going to go. Now is it a completed catch or an incomplete pass?
Incomplete pass. Hammock was there defensively, number 1 for Indian Creek. Buckeye Local tried to get a center screen there. Incomplete pass. Hammock made the play.
Okay, incomplete pass is
there you see him right there.
The call. 4th and long, 4th and 14 from the 47 of Buckeye Local. Clock moving at 9:44 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Aquino and Stacy back deep.
2 big threats deep for Indian Creek. Buckeye Local doing the wise thing, punting away, get a nice roll.
Inside the 20, and
call
it
him
is
down.
It looks like Aquino had his knee touch the turf, and they will call him down at about the 18-yard line. So that's where Indian Creek will take over 1st and 10 with a 21-14 lead. We'll take a timeout. Back with more after this.
I had 2 major shoulder surgeries in the big city. After finding both of them to be unsuccessful, I decided to stay locally with Dr. Capito. It's the best thing I ever did. Look out, John Elway. There's only one play I'd call for a sports injury. It'll work every time, 6 points.
A 10-year warranty. Most companies don't offer one at any price. But right now, when you buy any high-efficiency Train XL Series heat pump, you'll receive a 10-year parts and labor warranty free. Now that's a really big deal.
For more information on Train electric heat pumps, call Raleigh Heating and Cooling in Dillonville, 769-2738. Train heat pumps. Heat, cool, and save. It's hard to stop a train.
Treat that special person to their very own picture cake. Perfect for any occasion. It's sweet art, and it's only at Gus's Goodies.
Don't talk about it. Do it. Check out Tech. Tech Prep.
Good luck, area teams, from Water Transport, your #1 bottled water company.
WTOV9 is proud to recognize outstanding students at Buckeye Local High School. This week we salute Jamie Weldon, Student Council President and Varsity Cheerleader; Tim Sable, Student Council Vice President and National Honor Society; Carrie Pelt, National Honor Society and Marching Band; Amy McMillan, Senior Class President and Pantherette Dance Line; Eric Pashani, Varsity Baseball and National Honor Society. WTOV9 salutes all the students at Buckeye Local High School.
Welcome back to the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. While we're away, someone dropped a hanky on the field, Coach, and it cost Buckeye Local some yardage. So Indian Creek, after Aquino downed it inside the 20, has decided to let Buckeye Local kick it again and see if they can get better field position. Vitek. Good, low, strong kick. It's going to bounce and take a Buckeye Local hop. Stacy fields it. He's across the 35, across the 40, and spins ahead to the 41-yard line. So sometimes coaches will worry that maybe a turnover if you try to field it off the hop, but Stacy picks it up. Nice move and picks up a good +10 from where
Aggressive ball player looking to make something happen. Jason Rowe defensively for Buckeye Local.
Coach, Indian Creek has really yet to have bad field position to start a drive here on the 41-yard line. Good field position again. Burge, handoff. Hammock looking to bounce it outside. Terry Smith has none of that for Buckeye Local. Makes a stop behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice job defensively. Indian Creek shifted over their tight end to an end-over formation, which is an unbalanced line, and Buckeye Local was up to the challenge.
Ryan Duncan split to the far side. Lucchino split to the near side at the 38-yard line. Burge the pass, looks in the flat for Stacy. He's got some running room. No one back deep for Buckeye Local. Stacy puts a little move, cuts inside. He's off to the races. He could go, gets a block at the 5. Touchdown, Indian Creek. "62-yard touchdown pass," and Coach, really just a little simple flat pattern from Stacy, and it caught Buckeye Local in the wrong defense because no one was there, and he had all kinds of room to run.
No question. Stacy out into the flats. Definitely Burge's hot receiver. Buckeye Local was caught defensively. They had a drop in there. Charles Tansmore, 6'3", 245 junior, dropping from his defensive end position. He can't stay with Stacy, so big play, good open field running. Stacy causes the last receiver to defensive man to miss. Nice run.
21-14.
28-14.
28-14. Check that as we take a look at Stacy. Great move here, Coach.
I'll tell you, you really got to like the way Stacy gives you a leg and takes it away, and his nose is towards the end zone. He smells it.
Guy who's going to get some credit on that play, Brian Duncan, good downfield blocking. And Indian Creek celebrates a big touchdown.
No question. You're going to see that most of the time on a long run. You're going to get a solid block downfield from your receivers. It's a stock block out there on the perimeter where the offensive man just breaks down and tries to shield people off and lets the back break off of it. There's the crazies. There's Kellis crazies.
There they are. Last week they gave me an autographed hat. Kellis Crazies had an Indian Creek hat. They all signed it. They gave it to me, so I will wear that with pride. So
I think they were last year's champions, weren't they?
Oh, definitely last year's champions. They're off to a good start to defend their title as Bickerstaff has a good start on this kickoff return that gets all the way across the 35-yard line.
Boy, I'll tell you, it's important here that Buckeye Local moves the football and gets something on the board. Indian Creek all night have been explosive offensively. Buckeye Local has been caught in defense, has been able to give up the defense, the big offensive play on their part. They got to respond here. It's crucial.
Will have it first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
8:18 to go, third quarter of play. Bill Phillips and the coach, Ray Suckosh. First and 10 from the 37-yard line of Buckeye Local.
You said that was last play. 25 got the ball.
Coming around the end. McFadden, number 25, Chad McFadden.
The ball there.
Gain of about 4, second down and a long 5. We're short 6 if you're an optimist.
Will make it second and 5.
Got to be optimistic at all times, Bill. You know that.
That's right. Coming in to make the play, Taliani, Jason, number 34.
Sitting in the press box here, named after Jason's grandfather, Rudy Taliani, long-time Wintersville photographer, and gave a lot to the Wintersville Warrior program. Named the press box after him.
McFadden out to the 45-yard line. He's about a yard short of the first down. And checking back into the ball game, Aaron Hensroth, number 23. He'll split to the far side.
Buckeye Local, a little bit over end over offense here, unbalanced line right.
Handoff. McCain. First down for Buckeye Local. Down on the field, looks like with a cramp, number 51 for Indian Creek, Nick Donzilla. And I'll tell you what, Coach, looking down on the sideline, the last time Indian Creek was out on the field offensively, I saw Donzilla trying to do a little calf stretch up against the fence. Still a little humid, a little warm early in the season. Of course, players will cramp up every once in a while. Donzilla down on the field. Also now another Indian Creek defender. It looks like Nick Lamatrice. He might just be getting a little extra stretch. But I always like to do my banana commercial.
That's exactly. I was just going to tell them. Tell the people what you need.
You need the potassium. A little sodium, a little potassium, keep it from cramping up.
Got Doug Figgle down on the phone right there. He's probably calling for a bushel of bananas right now.
I'll tell you what, Coach, every Friday night at 11:10, you can see all the scores and highlights. There it is, Sports Friday, award-winning program. Bill Phillips, Don Sloan. Bill Phillips, that's me. Don Sloan, George Kellis, and Rick Terry. And we are having a lot of fun again this year, bringing all the scores and highlights. Only 2 weeks in, and after a long month of high school previews that had George and Don all over the Ohio Valley, they were ready to get going with the high school football season, and everybody else was. So it's good to have it here. Week number 2, and some great games already, and some interesting stories starting to be written. Which teams will have a happy ending this year? Which ones will be disappointed, and which ones will be happy with improvement that they've made from last year?
I think football, high school football in the Ohio Valley this year, you know, it goes through cycles. But I think up and down the valley, I think you got some good football teams, and I think everybody's kind of like on the upswing this year with some better teams. Indian Creek's a good football team. Buckeye Local's coming back. Weir High look good, but then look at Wheeling Park. Martins Ferry's a good team. Bel Air's strong. I personally believe Big Red's a year away. Buckeye Local's a year away.
Interesting ball club out at Edison.
Greggy Bain's playing a lot of the young kids out there, get that good sophomore class.
Option down the line, VTech pitch. McFadden, he's going to be wrapped up and spun out of bounds. Vanderborn, number 12 on the stop.
Indian Creek closing down the option. The last 2 times they ran it, they're making some adjustments defensively for something that hurt them in the first half offensively. Fake to the fullback, true belly option here. Hammock making a play out there, stretching the defense out, allowing the defensive back to come up and make a play.
Fadden comes down the line, handoff inside. And McCain is stacked up. Short gain, if any, on the tackle. Ivan Morgan. Lamatrice also in on the stop. Interesting thing, Buckeye Local really likes to run the football, as we mentioned early in the game. Only want to pass when they have to pass, or they want to dictate when they pass. But right now, they may be in a passing situation. They really haven't been able to establish anything in terms of the pass.
Well, I know Coach Bain is going to want to get away from his game plan and show any signs of panic, but he needs to get some points here.
VTech down the middle, has a man open. It's complete for first down at the 35-yard line. Vanderborn and Gosney on the tackle. On the reception, John Schultz, number 34. His first big offensive play. He's had a couple of tackles tonight, but they're a nice reception as VTech liked the roll, set up, quieted it down the feet, and delivered the football.
Exactly. Nice play-action pass here. Threw a nice ball right into the teeth of the Indian Creek secondary. Ball was on the money. Can't defend that.
Handoff McFadden. He goes for about 4 on first down. Second down and 6 for Buckeye Local. Aliani on the stop for Indian Creek. 5:30 to go. Third quarter of play. 2-touchdown lead for Indian Creek. 28-14. Boyack scored first for Indian Creek. Then Merkel responded, made it 7-7 ball game for Buckeye Local. Then Duncan with a big catch kept the drive alive, and then Gosney collected a 21-yard touchdown pass to make it 14-7 before Merkel tied it up at 14-14. Then it was Steve Heath and Jeremy Stacy as it is McCain into the secondary down to about the 16-yard line for first down. So Buckeye local looking to score again and cut into that lead.
Nothing fancy here. Kick out the end with the guard pull. McCain right off the guard's rear end into the secondary. Good hard run. Got his shoulders upfield. First down.
Zolads to the near side. Bickerstaff in a wing to the far side. Bickerstaff, inside handoff, keeps his feet, but he gets down to the 15-yard line before he's pushed back. Matt Gould, number 54, and it looked like Heath also in on the tackle along with McFarland. And we have another Indian Creek Redskin down on the field. And it looks like it may be another cramp.
You can see Indian Creek's half-time's adjustments here, taking away the two plays that have hurt them, the misdirection and the option. And they're forcing Buckeye locals offensively to make plays.
That play with Bickerstaff has worked for big yardage in the first half twice, really helping to set up 2 touchdowns as he went for big yards inside the 10-yard line twice on that play. But as you mentioned, adjustments from Indian Creek as they are able to stop it here as we have another injury down on the field. Or not injury, actually a cramping injury as we take a look at the scoreboard. 28-14 on WTOV 9. Super Doppler 9000 scoreboard. We're back with more after this.
Advance Auto Parts presents part number 64. Tom, head of PDQ.
Hey, groovy guy, I'm looking for a exhaust gas recirculation valve for my 76 Cordova.
If you need hard-to-find parts, it doesn't matter what model or even what decade your car is from. With PDQ, you'll usually get the part overnight. Advance Auto Parts. The best part is our people.
I had 2 major shoulder surgeries in the big city. After finding both of them to be unsuccessful, I decided to stay locally with Dr. Capito. It's the best thing I ever did. Look out, John Elway. There's only one play I'd call for a sports injury. It'll work every time, 6 points.
The high school football game of the week, Buckeye Local versus Indian Creek, is brought to you by Steel Valley Sports Medicine, Schwartz Homes, Kroger, Physical Therapy Associates, Jefferson County Health Department, Riley Heating and Cooling, and Advanced Financial Savings Bank.
WTOV9 is proud to recognize outstanding students at Indian Creek High School. This week we salute John Mitz, varsity soccer and track. Travis Eastham, Marching Band and National Honor Society. Rachel Burns, Varsity Cheerleader and Key Club Vice President. Keith Vogt, Varsity Cross Country and Senior Class President. Steve Tobacco, Marching Band and Varsity Tennis. WTOV9 salutes all the students at Indian Creek High School.
And welcome back to the game of the week. 2nd down and 8 from the 15 for Buckeye Local. Inside handoff and on his feet inside the 10-yard line is McCain as he moves the pile and picks up about 5 yards. So a good effort by McCain there to really push the pile back. Nick Lamatrice was the injured Indian Creek Redskin. He went off while we were away. And as McCain continues to run tough inside.
Power football continuing to pull the onside guard to kick out the end. McCain chose to run up inside that time. Good offensive down here for Buckeye Local. 3rd and a short 3. Gives you an option to do a few things.
Zolads to the far side. Bickerstaff in a wing to the near side. McFadden and McCain in the backfield for Buckeye Local. Handoff, McCain, flag on the play. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. We'll have to wait and see what the flag is. Came in from the referee's position.
Comes in from that spot, usually bad news in the offensive backfield. There you
Motion
go.
penalty against the Panthers, so that will push them back 5 yards if Indian Creek accepts the penalty. I would believe they probably will. It could bring up 4th down if they don't. Nope, they're going to bring it back. So it'll be 3rd and 8 for Buckeye Local. Checking into the ball game, John Lynn, number 56 for Buckeye Local. Pat Benton, 61, checks back out. Zolads and Bickerstaff, they're going to set up wide side. Merkel and McCain in the backfield. Option, Vitek keeps, cuts it up the middle, and he'll be close to 1st down yardage, spinning inside the 10-yard line. We'll have to wait for a measurement, but Vitek saw the pressure. Coach turn it up that time.
Real nice run offensively by the quarterback, Ryan Vitek. Indian Creek chose to play the pitch that time, and Vitek made a good decision. Missed a tackle, got a missed tackle in the secondary. That always, in the backfield, that always hurts.
Ivan
Give him a 1st down.
1st and goal from the 7-yard line. So Buckeye Local, down 2 touchdowns, has a chance here to cut it to 1. Terry Smith in the backfield now, number 40. Handoff, McCain inside, good surge, and down inside the 4-yard line to about the 3.
Straight ahead blocking, helmet on helmet. Just depend on your fullback to move the pile.
Official timeout down on the field is one of the offensive linemen for Buckeye Local. Ties his shoes. We take a look at Tim Bain on the sideline. 2nd down and goal from the 3 for Buckeye Local. And Charles Tansmore, big number 77, tying up the laces. 2nd down and goal from the 3 for Buckeye Local. McCain, handoff straight ahead, and coming up quickly, Nick Donzilla, as he met him right at the line of scrimmage. And credit Donzilla with the tackle and the stop for Indian Creek.
Nose right on the numbers, didn't give ground. Beautiful tackle. Nick Donzilla, there he is. That's the way you fill a hole right there.
Coach, 3rd down, you look for a little maybe bootleg action or maybe an option down the line?
No doubt. I think we're going to do something with a fake. They're going to go power.
Merkel.
Nothing.
Nothing doing. Maybe a yard. Gosney, Gould, number 54 in there. Looked like number 34, Jason Taliani was in there as well. Bring up 4th and goal and down 2 touchdowns with 2:07 to go in the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking you have to go for the 6.
Officials timeout here. Something's wrong. Okay, we're getting ready to play football.
They gave him 2 yards on the carry.
4th and goal from the 1.
I think just by the, well, good call here. We're going to get a timeout, but just by the way Buckeye Local's offensive attitude is they need 6. I don't even think they're going to think about 3 here.
Timeout down on the field, and
Coach Sam don't like the spot.
Now, is this what you were talking about earlier in the ball game when coaches, they know that the officials do a good job. They would never argue. He's telling the official that he's right.
I'm sure he's agreeing with Chuck, telling Chuck, I think you did a great job on that spot. I just want you to explain to me what you're doing here and where you're going to go after the game, have a hamburger.
Have a hamburger.
Yeah, Sammy's not known for getting upset, getting on officials. That's not his mode. He's more low-key.
Well, with 1:56 to go in the 3rd quarter, we'll wait Buckeye Local's decision on what they want to do here on 4th and goal from the 1. I know what we're going to do tomorrow afternoon. Georgia Tech and Notre Dame right here on WTOV 9. That's coming up next, I should say. It's Friday night. We're not fooling anybody. We're going to run this at noon. It's not dark at noon. Dean, I know Dean Marini's ready to kill me down in the truck.
Dean Marini, he's just on top of the game. He's on top of the game.
Formation in the backfield for Buckeye Local. 4th and goal from the 1.
No.
VTech keeps. He's not going to get there. Indian Creek with a stop defensively. Matt Gould, the first one off the pile, number 54, but it was a host of Indian Creek Redskins that made the stop.
Yeah, we get a replay on this. I think we're unbalanced left. Backfield formation right. They just didn't get any movement there on the Indian Creek defense, and it's like a team picture over there.
On the board right now, 1:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. Indian Creek on top, 28-14. Last possession they had the football. It was a Jeremy Stacy 62-yard TD reception from Rob Birch. Pass probably traveled maybe 10 yards. The rest was Stacy and blockers downfield. Buckeye Local looking for a turnover, and they got a safety. They get some points, and they'll get the football on the free kick.
Got a Buckeye Local player, number 77, cramping up on the field. Indian Creek chose to run an option there. Birds didn't have a chance. Defensive end come down hard on him. Great penetration here by the Buckeye Local defensive right side. They was on Birds before he could do anything. Host of tacklers there.
Looks like John Schultz, number 34, making the stop. First man there in the end zone. And I'll tell you what, Coach, I just said that Buckeye Local is looking for a turnover. The only thing better than a turnover is getting a safety. So you get 2 points, and you're going to get the football back.
Well, barring an outstanding kick here, they're going to get, Buckeye Local is going to get good field position. You see some of them Kellis crazies over there from the Rayland area.
Charles Tansmore, number 77, down on the field at the 5-yard line. He cramped up, pops up, and he's running off on his own power, so he should be back in the ball game once they make sure he's okay.
Charles Tansmore, the injured player.
1:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. With an exciting ball game, 28-16 now, thanks to the safety. Credit John Schultz.
Buckeye Local with an opportunity, good field position here. Wow. I think they got their people too deep, Bill.
Well, they're going to move up back.
Meade kicks it.
Down there with the free kick, it looks like it will indeed be Nick Meade, number 14.
They're moving up a little now.
Buckeye Local stands back at about the 30-yard line. Meade will kick it from the 20. Good, strong kick. And
wow, what a
it'll
kick.
Be Buckeye Local at about the 31-yard line. Zolats across the 50 and dives across the 45. We'll see where they spot him down. Inside the 45 at the 44-yard line of Indian Creek. So Buckeye Local gets the safety, 2 points back, and they get great field position inside the 45-yard line of Indian Creek. So the Panthers in business. They had the ball 4th and 1. They were stopped. They have another crack at it.
Sure, their offensive drives are taking up time, and I believe Buckeye Local's got to be within 1 touchdown of Indian Creek to have a shot.
Handoff inside. McCain, strong running. He drops the football. It's loose, but Indian Creek won't get it. It'll be Buckeye Local. Looks like Tansmore, 77, who had the cramp, comes up with a recovery at the 42-yard line.
Gosney come up from the secondary, made a big hit, hurt himself.
Nice, cool night. A lot of players cramping up on both sides.
Gosney, beautiful tackle, jarred the ball loose. I think he just shook himself up on the hit.
Cramped up again.
Really a nice night for football, Bill, I'll tell you. Beautiful up and down the valley.
A little surprising how many cramps have taken place in the second half here with these two clubs. Really not a overly, it's a nice cool night.
Nice night for football.
Game of the week later on tonight. 11:30 after News 9 tonight. Caddis and Catholic Central from Harding Stadium.
Caddis got a lot of weapons. Central looking to rebound.
Straight ahead, McCain inside the 40-yard line to about the 39. Will bring up third and about 2.5 long 3 for Buckeye local. Caddis last week came out with a 60-0 win over Sandy Valley in their opener. That's the team Caddis that went to the postseason last year. Steubenville Central had a down year last year after going to the playoffs, and this year they're trying to rebound. Last week lost in their opener after they had the lead. Tuskegee Central came back, was able to get a win against the Crusaders. So an interesting matchup later on tonight as we take a look at Merkel bouncing off the tacklers and into the secondary for Indian Creek, and he's down to the 25 with a first down.
A little misdirection inside handoff here on the counter. Good run, ran through 2 tackles. Good run by Merkel, 3 tackles. Nice running.
Another Indian Creek. As we take a look at the interplay, Coach, we're going to have to make a decision. We have our check for the sack each week. Kroger Food and Drug, check for a sack. For each sack recorded by either team, Kroger will donate $50 to the OVAC. The question would be, do we consider the sack, or do we consider the safety a sack on Burge?
It was a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's a sack. It's not my money. Let's give it away. First one tonight. As long as we don't have to pay the $50, Kroger will be more than happy to give that $50.
All the money you got, you should be giving it out.
Oh, yeah.
Tim McCoy takes care of you.
Tell you what, Tim McCoy having a big weekend this weekend.
Yeah,
Class reunion.
big J.U. Yellow Jacket 1977 reunion. Tim McCoy. Pitcher, first baseman for the state runner-up J.U. baseball team. Ange Vaquera won't let him play, though. Won't let him play Steubenville Legion because his hair was too long.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He was on the longest side.
Yes, he showed me his yearbook. His hair was far too long.
Terry Smith on the carry. Nice balance drill from Smith as he keeps the legs turning, puts the right hand down, and picks up a couple extra yards. And that's one of the things I love to see because I used to hate that drill. But it works. Because you go down, you put that hand down, and pick up a couple more yards.
There's a reason for everything in coaching. Repetition's the key, and you never know when it's going to help. And I can remember Dwight Clark reading an article that he wrote in a magazine saying how they practiced passes to the back of the end zone for the 49ers all that year, and he led up to the catch.
Well, we'll find out if Terry Smith's balance drill leads up to a touchdown for Buckeye Local when we come back. Indian Creek on top at the end of the third, 28-16. Back with more right after this.
Once again, the people of the Ohio Valley voted Physical Therapy Associates best physical therapy in the area. We proudly accept the Reader's Choice Award and want to thank you for your confidence in us. When you need physical therapy, wouldn't you rather go to the best? Physical Therapy Associates. It's more than a hospital.
More than a hospital for you.
Walking is the most natural exercise. The more physically active you get, the more fit you become. The Jefferson County Health Department wants you to know that walking tones muscles, maintains cardiovascular health, prevents osteoporosis, reduces stress, increases energy levels, improves self-image, and helps lower blood pressure and cholesterol. Plus, walking is inexpensive, safe, and easy. Pick up a distance walking chart from the Jefferson County Health Department and take the road to health. Walk it.
Congratulations and good luck from all of us at Sterling's Auto Body.
We're Allen Taylor Roofing, but don't let the name fool you. We're not just roofs. We're experts in making your home beautiful. Low monthly payments and your choice of plans. By the way, we still do roofs. Call today.
25% off winter pool covers, toys, and games. Now through September 6th. Now at Oliver Pool and Spa.
Welcome back to the game of the week. 12 minutes to go. Bill Phillips along with the coach, Ray Suckosh. 28-16, Indian Creek on top. Buckeye Local has the ball after a free kick after scoring a safety to cut it to 28-16. Bickerstaff wide open. He should get to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye Local. The play has worked 3 times for big yardage. This time for a touchdown from Buckeye Local. And the Panthers, they're not going away.
No, they're not. And like I said several times this evening, the Buckeye Local Panthers have definitely taken on the personality of their coach, Tim Bain. No quitting him, no quitting his team. Third time they've run that play, all 3 times for big gains, and it's tough to defend. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Indian Creek, outstanding defense. Buckeye Local just with a good offensive scheme.
McCain can cut a 5-point lead with the extra point. Snap down, kick up, and it is... Looked like it ricocheted off the upright and went through. So the extra point is good, and it's a 5-point ball game, 28-23. Buckeye Local not going to go away, and we have another Indian Creek Redskin down on the field. Nick Lamatrici's cramped up again as we take a look at the far sideline. Buckeye Local supporters, they are very, very happy. Extra point attempt, coach. I think it hits the upright and ricochets in.
Mark Mosley, Washington Redskins.
Hey, Mark Mosley, he's the man. He is the man. He was my favorite kicker on Washington.
He used to boom him. This is the attitude that Buckeye Local had to have coming into the game. Be within a touchdown in the 4th quarter for a chance to win. But now the key is defensively. Can they stop this explosive offense of the Redskins? That's the key. Game comes down to 1 quarter.
11:54 to go. 5-point lead for Indian Creek. 2 teams coming in. 1-0 on the season. Buckeye Local put a ton of points on the board last week against New Philadelphia. Indian Creek, they came up a big winner in their opener as they put 20 on the board. So 2 teams that really, the offenses have really done the job tonight, and it's going to be whose defense plays the best here in the 4th quarter.
Big Nick Lamatrice coming off the field, laboring off.
Oh, good sign down on the sideline, Coach. Take a look at the Indian Creek sideline as we look at Buckeye Local lining up for the kickoff. Dave Boyack, the running back from Indian Creek, is up and walking around a little bit on the sideline, and before he was just sitting down. So that's good news to see him moving around a little bit.
Oh, no question.
Kickoff comes down. Lucchino, he's going to take it at the 12-yard line, and he is still on his feet, but taken down at the 22-yard line by the Buckeye Local Panthers. So Indian Creek takes over 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line.
Jason Rowe, number 31, big specialty team hit there. One-on-one tackle, Rowe wins.
1st and 10, 22-yard line.
Defensive stand there. This is a big possession here. Will Indian Creek respond, or will Buckeye Local look to take charge here?
Handoff inside, nothing doing. The Panthers swarm to the football on first down. Loss of 2 on the play. On the bottom of the pile, Tansmore, number 77, jumps up. And the Panthers really seem to have momentum on their side after the safety and then the drive that led to the touchdown.
Prior to the game, both coaches felt that the game would be decided in the fourth quarter. Both felt good about their teams. Let's see who's better conditioned here.
Burge the pass. 3-step drop. Looks for Gosney. Incomplete. In and out of his hands. It'll bring up third down. And right now, Buckeye Local is fired up on the far side. Tim Bain, the head coach, pumps the fist. He's ready to go. And his defense playing like a bunch of Wild Panthers right now, for lack of a better term. They are really swarming the football. Good coverage on that one, although Gosney had a chance to come up with that catch.
See Tim Bain signaling to his defense, watch the pass. 3rd and 11. You can be short at Indian Creek if they throw the ball. They're going to have 3 receivers out. Look for Stacy here to go in motion. Or they're going to isolate him on this side. There he goes, right there.
Stacy in motion to the far side. Duncan's already over there. Burge the pass. Going to get some backside pressure. Throws across the middle. Caught.
Oh, my.
Feet is Duncan. He has a first down. Breaks the tackle across midfield. Terry Stacy in a full race with Duncan. Smith will knock out Duncan out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Big play from Brian Duncan all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a backbreaker there. That's a backbreaker. I'll tell you, Robbie Burge made that happen. Rolled right. Didn't see what Burge did. Burge was under a little bit of pressure. Receivers recovered. Found his number 3 man, Duncan, on a drag. After that, Duncan made a heck of a run to the open field.
Making the tackle for Buckeye Local. 1st and 10 from the 26, and Coach Buckeye Local had him pinned, and it looked like they were going to get to Burge. He was able to dump it off to Duncan. A big first down for Indian Creek. Handoff, Hammock inside the 20. Still fighting, close to the 15-yard line, and he'll be about...
Well, I tell you, Indian Creek got a stable of running backs here. I like his Hammock. You could see tight end over here to get end over unbalanced.
I was going to say he's about a yard short, but he may have the first down. Like the second effort right here.
Well, I'll tell you, Hammock running over people, but the offensive line just sealed the entire right side off.
Did you see who just got some TV time?
Who was that?
Pumpkinhead.
The Pumpkinhead, he's the man.
Pumpkinhead down on the sideline, Keith Wilson. He's going with the beard. You won't recognize him this year. So if you're going to do any jack-o'-lanterns in the shape of Pumpkinhead, you got to put the beard on. First down, Indian Creek. 10:39 to go, and Indian Creek has a first down. McCain is saying that he doesn't have the first down, but the official says my eyesight counts.
It's the only one that counts. And there's the Pumpkinhead. Look at the Pumpkinhead. And Richard Carnahan. There they go.
See, even Rich, he's got the little goatee, scruffy something down there going on his chin.
Looking good in their TV9 jackets.
Burge leads Indian Creek up to the line of scrimmage. Redskins looking for some insurance as they lead it by 5 with 10:30 to go.
Another shift to unbalance. Blocking down power.
Wow. He's off a tackler at the 10-yard line, leans ahead to the 9.
Nothing fancy here, Bill. Just shifting that tight end over to an unbalanced set and playing power football. Helmet on helmet, everybody down, kick out. Nobody's there to kick out. He's into the secondary. He runs hard. You got to like this kid.
3 Panthers to take him down, and right now Buckeye Local's going to take a timeout. So Buckeye Local wants to talk things over. They know how crucial this stand is for themselves as they trail at 28-23 with 9:55 to go. We'll take a timeout. Back with more from the fourth quarter right after this.
The next time you need physical therapy, choose the best. Physical Therapy Associates. It's more than a hospital for you.
More than a hospital for you.
Walking is the most natural exercise. The more physically active you get, the more fit you become. The Jefferson County Health Department wants you to know that walking tones muscles, maintains cardiovascular health, prevents osteoporosis, reduces stress, increases energy levels, improves self-image, and helps lower blood pressure and cholesterol. Plus, walking is inexpensive, safe, and easy. Pick up a distance walking chart from the Jefferson County Health Department and take the road to health. Walk it.
We're Allen Taylor Roofing, but don't let the name fool you. We're not just roofs. We're experts in making your home beautiful. Low monthly payments and your choice of plans. By the way, we still do roofs. Call today.
I know a place where you can become a world traveler, where everything from adventure to romance is right at your fingertips. It's the most incredible journey of all, the expansion of your mind. And to get started, you don't need to make a phone call or hop on a plane. You just need to come to your local library and pick up a book and let yourself be swept away. The more you visit your local library, the more you'll know about the world around you and about yourself.
I've been doing a little thinking, Ohio Valley. Rosie, afternoon. Sounds like a good idea. So my friends at WTOV9 are moving me to 3. Remember, September 8th. Watch me afternoons at 3, beginning September 8th, right here on WTOV9.
Rosie moves to 3 p.m. beginning Monday, September 8th.
And welcome back to the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. 28-23, Indian Creek on top. Fourth quarter, 9:55. 2nd and 5 from the 9-yard line for Indian Creek in Buckeye local territory. Stacy in motion for Indian Creek. Panthers looking for a stop. Birds, little quarterback draw. He slips and falls down at the 8. He was one-on-one with Merkel and tried to make a cut and slipped and fell down. Buckeye local happy to see Burge lose his feet. They'll bring up 3rd and a long 2.
Nothing there. Buckeye local defending it. Still got to make the plays. Burge lost his feet. 3rd and 2, and this defensive stand is crucial for Buckeye local. They got to hold it.
See if Indian Creek runs the ball to the right side to line up a field goal. If they don't get the first down, they would go up by 8. Hand off Stacy. He's going to have the first down, and he'll be in the middle of the field as well. First down from Stacy at about the 3-yard line.
Indian Creek offensive line taking charge there. Got the first down that they needed.
On the tackle for Buckeye local, Joe Perry, number 24. As we take a look at Sam Fornsaglio down on the sideline. Clock stopped, 9:09 after the first down. 28-23. They will wind the clock once the chains are set. First and goal from the 3 for Indian Creek. They're trying to tack on some more points to a 5-point lead. Standing high school football game tonight from both teams, Coach. Indian Creek trying to get some insurance. And Stacy, he won't get there. Maybe a yard on the play.
And over right, formation right for Indian Creek, power football. Buckeye local there, defensive interior, making the play. Closing down, massive defensive players.
2nd and goal from the 2. Clock moving, 8:15 to go in the quarter. Hammock lone back in the backfield. Stacy Lucchino in wings. Lucchino comes in motion to the near side. Hammock comes near side, bounces it outside, cuts it back, and he's just going to be short of the goal line. Nice play by the Panthers to come up and shut him down just inside the 1. It looked like Hammock would get there, but he's wrapped up, and it'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Hammock going down, trying to reach the ball over.
It'll be 30 goal near the 1 foot line.
Hammock made a good decision there to kick the ball outside. Just quite couldn't get there. Half a yard.
3rd and goal from the 1. Closer than that. Buckeye local looking for a stand right here. Indian Creek trying to possibly put that nail in the coffin. Panthers trying to hold on. Handoff. Hammock untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Indian Creek. Impressive drive, Coach.
Yes, it was.
Indian Creek, and it all goes back. Big play on that drive. The dump pass on 3rd down that sprang Duncan all the way down the sideline from Verge, and it results in this touchdown run from Hammock.
You see Hammock right there. Excellent bit of running. He went 6 inches, but it was an excellent run. Kept his head up, saw there was nothing there. Stepped outside, beat the defense on the perimeter. 6 points. When you defend Indian Creek week in and week out, you got to take away the big play. Buckeye Local hasn't been able to do that tonight. They're down 34-23.
Burge looking to go for 2. He has a man in and out of his hands. Incomplete. Justin Gosney, the intended receiver, and it hit him right in the chest. And it falls incomplete. But Indian Creek adds 6 points to their total. 34-23. They're up 11 with 7:20 to go in the ball game here at Kettlewell Stadium. Indian Creek Redskin cheerleaders have had a busy night carrying their banners up and down the field. Tell you what, Coach, no one has left this stadium. Great crowd on hand. It's been an enjoyable ball game. Both squads have performed well. Indian Creek's defense has come up a little bit bigger when they've had to against Buckeye Local's offense. Both teams have played their hearts out tonight. Right now, Indian Creek with an 11-point lead, but I know Buckeye Local thinks they've got 7:20 to go, and they're going to see what they can get done.
Well, there's no quitting either team. They're going to play 4 quarters. No question about that. There you go.
Rebroadcast of the Steubenville Bicentennial Parade Sunday at 1 in the afternoon. Coach, I know you're going to put a tape in and record that. That's one of those history events that everyone wants to get a piece of. So if you're out there and you want to see the Bicentennial Parade, great job by a number of high school bands. Some fantastic floats. I was there with Kim Cabasco, Eric Miner with interviews and a lot of information that we learned at the Bicentennial Parade. A lot of fun. So if you want to catch that Sunday at 1 here on WTOV 9 as Zolads picks up the ball on a kickoff. He's got some running room out across the 35, down at about the 37, and that's where Buckeye Local will take over. And they've got to do some business here, Coach, in the 4th quarter.
Hammock and McFarland on the stop. Buckeye Local got 7 minutes. They need 2 touches.
How difficult is it here when time becomes a factor? You're down. All of a sudden, you may have to put the ball up in the air to go from that tough ground game that churns up the yards, but also as VTech swings it outside. This is how tough it is. Completion on 1st down across midfield. Zolad's out of bounds for a 1st down, and they answer my question.
Well, they're definitely taking Buckeye Local out of their element now. Buckeye Local is going to have to throw the football, whether they like to or not. They're going to have to mix in a lot more passes than runs, and they need a quick touch. There's no doubt about it. A lot of room given out there on the perimeter. Nice catch. Just playing safe. Shook a tackle there in the secondary. Indian Creek hustling down. Indian Creek doesn't want to be too soft here in the perimeter. But make sure they catch the ball in front of you. That's got to be the attitude. And then make the tackle.
.7:01 to go in the ball game, Coach. 34-23.
There's somebody down over there, Bill?
We got Zolads, the receiver, that made the catch down with a cramp. in one or both legs. A reminder that at the end of the game, we'll be selecting our players of the game, Red Donnelly Scholarship. So I want you to start to think about your players that you want to take a look at, possibly name as players of the game from Indian Creek and Buckeye Local. And we'll go from there, announcing that near the end of the game.
It's always a tough choice, especially in a game like this when so many kids have contributed.
Here's a look at what has happened tonight. 34 points on the board for Indian Creek, 23 for Buckeye Local. All started back in the first quarter. 70-yard touchdown run. Dave Boyack made it 7-0 for Indian Creek. Tim Merkel responded on a 2-yard TD run, makes 7-7. Second quarter, 60-yard drive. Big catch in that drive by Brian Duncan from Burge. Then Justin Gauzy, a 21-yard touchdown reception, made it 14-7. Indian Creek. Game would be tied up. Merkel with a 2-yard TD run. Bickerstaff, one of those long inside runs inside the 10-yard line, setting that up. It was 14-14. And later in the second, Steve Heath on a 1-yard run made it 21-14. Then Burge to Jeremy Stacy for 62 yards and a touchdown, 28-14. John Schultz responded with a safety for Buckeye Local. Then Bickerstaff on the TD run as the pass goes incomplete. Intended receiver was Merkel. Bickerstaff makes it 28-23, but Indian Creek comes right back. Hammock with the touchdown, 34-23, and that's where we stand as Buckeye Local now has a 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line of Indian Creek with 6:55 to go in the ball game. Both teams looking to get their second win of the season. That's where we are.
Doing a good job, Bill, and a great review of the game. Sandport Sally, we just got to play solid defense here with this squad.
Vitek to throw, plenty of time. Steps up in the pocket, may tuck it and run with it. Decides to throw, has a minute. Hands and incomplete.
Would have been a tough catch, but you still got to catch it.
Chad McFadden, the intended receiver, flag at the 10-yard line. We may have a penalty against Buckeye Local or Indian Creek downfield for a personal foul. We'll have to wait and see. It was away from the intended receiver. Indian Creek indicating that it'll go against Buckeye Local.
Well, this is bad news for Buckeye Local if it's against them. We'll put them in a dire straits here with the 2nd and
Buckeye Local moving back, so it looks
25.
Like
2nd and 20. Wow. I didn't see what happened there, Bill. June?
Down at the 10, just beyond where McFadden was, about 5-10 yards behind McFadden. There's some pushing and shoving going on, so a penalty goes against Buckeye Local. Now we have an ineligible downfield.
Ineligible. It's a loss of down. Is he signal ineligible?
Yeah.
There you go. Loss of down there. Dire straits here.
So I guess it was a double penalty there. Wow. Ineligible and the receiver pushing downfield, and Indian Creek had the option, and they decided to take the ineligible 15 yards. Vitek back to pass. They have another flag. It looks like it'll be a holding as Vitek unloads. Incomplete. Intended receiver, number 23. Hensroth. He wanted a flag on the coverage. Vanderborn. It'll bring up 4th and long. A flag back at the 35, and I believe it's going to be a holding against Buckeye Local, and I would imagine Indian Creek may decline and force them into a 4th down situation.
Sure. Get the ball. Eat the clock. Vanderborn running step for step with the Buckeye Local receiver.
The Indian Creek press box wanted the decline, and they got it.
Everybody's coaching. Nice ball. Vanderborn playing through the receiver to the ball. Good defensive play.
Vitek to punt. Indian Creek not taking any chances, moving their deep men up. They don't want to take a chance on a possible fake. Right now, their enemy's the clock as much as it is Buckeye Local, and any big plays that the Panthers would possibly make. Vitek, the punter, is also the quarterback. 6:40 to go in the quarter. straight up the elevator shaft. Short kick from VTech. It's going to bounce at the 35. Everyone from Indian Creek gets away from it, and it'll be Buckeye Local downing the ball at the 33-yard line. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
From WTOV TV, this is News 9 now.
Hi, I'm Donna Irvin, and here's what's making news this hour. A 22-year-old woman convicted of killing her newborn child has only 1 day left to spend with family and friends. Now, yesterday, the judge ruled to continue Lori McGuire's 10-year sentence. She pleaded to the court yesterday for a reduced sentence and probation, but was denied both. Now, she will report to prison this Monday. We'll have more news later.
Autumn brings us high school football with all of its pageantry. But every touchdown and twirl of the baton brings us closer to cold, messy weather. No matter what the season brings, Schwartz Homes is committed to providing service, selection, and quality, all inside the world's only climate-controlled indoor megastore. Practice makes perfect, and Schwartz scores big by being named the 1997 National Retailer of the Year. Come inside and see what it's all about. The Schwartz Homes Indoor Megastore, New Philadelphia.
Yes, we can. It's a simple word that everyone understands. We say yes every day. It's a three-letter.
Hi, I'm Steve Gallardi, President of Advanced Financial Savings Bank.
And I'm Mark DeSantis, Vice President and Branch Manager.
We are pleased to announce the location of our new branch.
Look forward to us in spring 1998 in Wintersville, Ohio.
We are expanding to serve our community better.
At Advanced Financial Savings Bank, we say yes to you.
A 10-year warranty. Most companies don't offer one at any price. But right now, when you buy any high-efficiency Train XL Series heat pump, you'll receive a 10-year parts and labor warranty free. Now that's a really big deal.
For more information on Train electric heat pumps, call Raleigh Heating and Cooling in Dillonville, 769-2738. Train heat pumps. Heat, cool, and save. It's hard to stop a train.
And welcome back to the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. Doppler Super 9000 scoreboard, 34-23, Indian Creek on top. Pitch, Aquino tries to get outside, strung out and taken down for a loss of about 5 on the play.
Indian Creek just looking to run time here. Hold the ball, no mistakes in their territory. Don't give Buckeye Local any opportunities.
Duncan split near side. Don't look for Indian Creek to put it in the air. Handoff. Hammock trying to get outside. He loses a few more yards back at the 25. In on the tackle, Merkel, number 33. Also getting a piece of the action, Chuck Watson, number 53.
Same spot in the field right here after Buckeye Local scored earlier to come within 5. Same situation, 3rd and long there. Robbie Burge rolled right and found Duncan on the drag across the middle for the big gainer, and looks to be the backbreaker for Buckeye Local if things end up like this.
Third and 19. The inside 5 minutes to play in the game. Burge to throw, looks downfield, has a man open, he just overshoots him by about a yard. Brian Duncan, the intended receiver, VTech, the coverage for Buckeye Local. So Indian Creek will look to punt the football away on 4th and 19. So Buckeye Local's defense does the job there. Still down 11 points. A lot of work to do in 4:49, but a big return here could set them up.
Second.
Buckeye Local, one receiver deep.
Nice kick from Nick Mead. Taken at the 36. Good return. Running room to the outside for Buckeye Local, down to about the 40-yard line. On the return, Nathan Kish, number 81.
Buckeye Local can't look to put a drive together. They need 6 now. They need it now.
Buckeyes have it first and 10. That's the Indian Creek 41-yard line.
Option down the line. VTech is going to keep, and he's going to be strung out all the way down. On the stop, Matt Gould, number 54, along with number 34, Jason Taliani.
2 active linebackers all evening, Gould and Taliani for Indian Creek. 2 good ones.
Number 4 will make it 2nd and 6.
Stringing it out here at Dawnzilla. And there's Gould closing.
Pitch, Merkel, near side, gets a block, but he's going to go out of bounds.
Taliani again on the play. Consistent ball player throughout the evening defensively for Indian Creek, along with Joe Hammock. 3rd and 1.
Official timeout for measurement. Official timeout for measurement.
Timeout down on the field. They're going to measure to see if Buckeye Local picked up the first down with 4:04 to go in the game.
Pumpkinhead giving us a bird's eye view.
And it's good for a first down.
Oh, Buckeye Local confusion in the backfield, and that's going to be a penalty. Steve Heath came in and gave Bickerstaff a shot when he was down on one knee in the backfield, and after the whistle had sounded, so that's going to go as a penalty against Indian Creek. And Heath just coming in to make the tackle and couldn't stop and laid the leather to Bickerstaff, and that's going to cost Indian Creek 15 yards. So Buckeye Local with an opportunity here, 3:55 to go. VTech rolls, looking to throw into the end zone, has Bickerstaff, and it's in and out of his hands, hit his knees, and falls incomplete. And I guarantee he would tell you, should have latched onto that one.
Oh, no question. Right there, that's a play you got to make. And frustrating for the coaching staff and the quarterback. Good protection. Stepping up, delivering the pass. Stopped running.
34-23, 3:48 to go. Buckeye Local down 10, trying to cut into the lead. VTech, all kinds of time. He's running out of it, though. Hammock from behind. He's actually going to gain yardage, but Hammock came in and kept VTech from throwing the football into the end zone. But a pickup of about 3 on the play. Clock continues to move.
Yeah, he was dead set on running the ball or throwing the ball here.
Pitch to the outside. Merkel gets away from one tackler, can't get away from the rest. Matt Gould, 54.
Gould and Taliani consistently all evening. Boyack left the game, and those 2 linebackers really picked up the slack. Indian Creek offense has been explosive, but boy, your defense has played well.
Down on the sideline for Indian Creek while we have a timeout, looking at the golf cart down at the Buckeye local end zone side of the sideline. Justin Gosney is going to be helped off the field. It looked like he had cramped up on the far side after the extra point conversion that Indian Creek attempted on the last touchdown, but apparently the injury more down around the ankle and apparently not a cramp at all, as they have the ice bag and the doctor's checking him out, so he's going to be carted off the field as we take a look at him. We hope he's okay. He came off, managed to get off the field under his own power, but apparently more than just a cramp. So we hope that Justin Gosney is okay and he'll be back and ready to play next week. But that is not a good sign.
Two key players out for Indian Creek, Gosney and
4th and 7. Vitek across the middle, incomplete, and that may be your ball game right there as Buckeye local can't convert on 4th down with 3:12 to go and trailing by 11 points. Taliani, first one off the field.
Vitek, little semi-roll right. Time to throw. Indian Creek had people everywhere. Nobody was open.
Burge comes in, number 4 for Indian Creek with the play from the sideline. 3:12 to go. I guarantee it's going to be a run. They're going to try to work the clock down as best they can, try to run it out. Not allow Buckeye local to get another opportunity to touch the football.
Well, I tell you, these players of the game getting tougher and tougher to pick, man. So many good players playing tonight. So many top efforts by high school kids.
Hammock in the backfield. He's going to be spun down at the 5 or to 10-yard line. Loss of about 3 on the play. And Coach, since you bring up the players of the game, we put our heads together and normally we'd come up with nothing, but tonight we had a number of options that can go wrong.
Many options tonight, I'll tell you. A lot of choices on each side of the ball.
I think we're going to go defense with Indian Creek. Taliani, the linebacker, Indian Creek player of the game, Red Donnelly Scholarship winner, and Bickerstaff from Buckeye local. A number of big runs that helped set up touchdowns, and then he put one in himself here in the 4th quarter that cut it to a 28-23 lead. So we will select those 2 young men, and as you mentioned, Coach, a number of players could have been selected as Burge rolls out, steps through a tackle, off to the races, and maybe on a day when the knee wasn't wrapped up, he could have gone the distance, but here he's caught from behind and taken down at about the 29, but it's good enough for a first down. That's going to keep the clock moving for Indian Creek when they get their next opportunity to snap the ball. And right now we're inside 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
There's the Pepsi scoreboard, Indian Creek Redskins. Clock running. Hard-fought game. See vast improvement on both teams from week 1 to week 2. Both teams got a lot to build on going into week 3.
Lucchino on the handoff. Nice run that picked up about a yard.
Bring up 2nd down and about 7.
See what they got next week, Bill? Is that what you're looking for?
That's what we're looking for. Next week for Indian Creek, Cleveland John Marshall comes to town. Home game for Indian Creek, their 3rd in a row. Actually, Indian Creek has their first 6 games at home before they have 2 road games at Weirton and Edison, and then Oakland at home, and they finish up on the road with East Liverpool.
Well, you got to really like Indian Creek's chances, put together a big season. I know I spoke to Sammy on this several occasions, and he's really excited about his football team, and he has a lot of reason to be. He got a lot of weapons, and his defense was outstanding, led by Taliani tonight.
Let's take a look at the players of the game. You just mentioned one, Coach. There they are, Red Donnelly Scholarship winners for this evening. Scholarship in their names will be awarded to the schools. And 2 fine players tonight, 2 fine players year in, year out, and a number of players worthy of that award tonight. That's the selection. We couldn't go wrong tonight, but so many good choices.
No way. I think Indian Creek has a lot of weapons on both sides of the ball. Buckeye Local playing with a lot of emotion tonight, a true extension of their coach and their coaching staff. They look good, and they're going to be a good football team. There's no doubt about it.
Delay of game against Indian Creek as they try to work the clock all the way down. Stops with 27 seconds to go. Mentioned Buckeye Local schedule. They won against New Philadelphia on the road. Second road game in a row against Indian Creek, and they're going to fall to 1-1. Next week at home to Oak Glen. Then Cleveland, John Hay comes into town on September 19th. Then it's East Liverpool at home, and then Buckeye Local travels to Brook, and they're at Martin Sperry, home to Beaver Local, and on the road to Edison, and finally they finish up with Wheeling Park. So two teams that played very, very well. Tough competitive game tonight, and we will take a look at our check for a sack. One sack tonight, so $50 donated to the by the Kroger Food and Drug Company to the OVAC. $50 for the one sack. Our final score tonight as clock winds down. Indian Creek 34, Buckeye Local 23. The Redskins improved to 2-0 on this young 1997 season, while Buckeye Local falls to 1-1. And coach, two teams that I really think are going to do some damage all the way through this 1997 season.
Oh, there's no question. I think each of their own. You got Indian Creek looking to go 10-0, make a solid run at the playoffs, and Buckeye Local, a vastly improved team who's going to get better.
That wraps it up. We're going to say so long from Kettlewell Stadium on the campus of Indian Creek High School. Indian Creek a winner tonight over the Buckeye Local Panthers. 34-23 your final score. I'm Bill Phillips for the coach and the rest of the WTOV9 gang. Good night. So long, everybody. The high school football game of the week, Buckeye Local versus Indian Creek, is brought to you by Steel Valley Sports Medicine, Schwartz Homes, Kroger, Physical Therapy Associates, Jefferson County Health Department, Riley Heating and Cooling, and Advanced Financial Savings Bank.
Introducing the Storm Team 9 Neighborhood Weather Net. The Neighborhood Weather Net covers the Ohio Valley, giving Storm Team 9 meteorologists live weather information from your neighborhood. It can show you just how high the winds are and how much rain is coming. Plus, local schools can access our sites for use in the classroom. It's weather coverage you can count on from the Ohio Valley's 24-hour news and weather station. News 9. Follow the leader.
This is it. The moment you've been waiting for all summer.
We're back!
It's the season premiere of the Rosie O'Donnell Show.
Got a new hairdo? Working on a new outfit? Mm-hmm.
Don't miss Rosie's first show of the new season with the piano man Billy Joel and Dr. Quinn's Joe Lando, plus comedian Paula Poundstone.
That's a show!
It's the season premiere of the Rosie O'Donnell Show.
The party can begin now.
Don't miss it.
Rosie, Monday afternoon at 3 on WTOV 9.
You're watching The Leader, News 9 on WTOV Steubenville Wheeling.
For over 50 years, Champion has been proud to be the authentic outfitter of Notre Dame football.
There are people who think water polo is not a game for a man. They're right. This is no game. He is not just a man. It is a sport, and he is an athlete, just like a football player, just like a basketball player, just like a baseball player. GTE is proud to be the official telecommunications consultant to the NCAA because of him and the pure spirit of college athletics.
Notre Dame football is brought to you by Priority Mail from the U.S. Postal Service, by Champion, official outfitter of Notre Dame football, by GTE, the official telecommunications consultant to the NCAA, and by Nicorette Gum. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
One of America's most enduring corporate images, the Goodyear blimp. And it's floating high overhead today, providing these beautiful aerial views of today's game. Isn't it a gorgeous day? Absolutely. Ooh, beautiful. All right, Georgia Tech on offense. For the first time, they'll start from their own 24-yard line with Joe Hamilton as the quarterback. And they start on the ground. This is Charlie Rogers. Rogers tries the right side, and he's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards. Let's take a look now at that Georgia Tech offense. This is that offensive line. It is a good one. It is solid. It is untested, if that's the right word.
Young.
That's a better word. The total offense, in reality, is young, led by the young quarterback. A couple of ball players getting a little more back. So it is also young and untested. The strength of Georgia Tech, really, is their defense. They get 2 men in motion. You can't do that. Now take a timeout. Heads-up play.
Well, this is a new offense now. Ralph Friedgen brought in from San Diego to try to put a little more verve in this Georgia Tech offense, and you have to expect that. You've got a new language to learn. There's Ralph on the sideline. He was the offensive coordinator for the San Diego Chargers under Bobby Ross, and it's been mega teaching these kids this offense. It is complex. There's a lot of motion. There's a lot of different aspects to the offense. That's going to happen. That's just going to happen, and they did the right thing. Call the timeout.
All right, while we have this moment, let's take a look at the defense of Notre Dame as they deploy. Showing the front three of Dansby, Bennett, and Ching. Now, the ends are going to rotate. 6 plays rotate, 6 plays rotate. They want to keep everybody fresh. Linebackers and secondary. And the 8 Letterman return in the secondary for the Fighting Irish. That is one of their strengths. 2nd down and 6. Hamilton to throw. Quick drop. Oh, almost intercepted. Oh,
how did he miss it?
Right in the hands of Corey Minor, and he's the veteran. It's the Notre Dame defense. This is 22nd consecutive start.
He is to drop in unless you put a stamp on that ball. There is no better delivery. Oh my goodness.
That was 6 points.
In practice, they don't come that easy.
3rd down and a long 5 for 3rd down and 6. Hamilton from the shotgun. It's incomplete. He goes to Derek, who missed the entire 96 season with an injury. And so the Notre Dame defense holds, and Georgia Tech will kick it away.
You see Hamilton going to the sideline there talking to Ralph Friedgen. Friedgen will normally be upstairs, but because this offense is so new, these kids are so young, he's down there teaching between series.
Alan Rossum is the return man. Notre Dame could have great field position. That is the shadow of the blimp. 30-yard line. Good coverage downfield. He's only out about 5 or 6 yards on the return. 5 yards on the return following a 44-yard kick. 11:37 time remaining. We're in the first quarter. We have no score. Back in a moment.
When we decided to have a baby, we knew we had to stop smoking first.
We had the motivation. We needed the help.
We chose Nicorette gum because it was flexible. Gave us the choice of 2 strengths, one for light smokers, me.
One for heavy smokers, me.
And the power to decide, how much to use and when to use it to fight our cravings.
We've been officially smoke-free for a year now.
And in gratitude, we're thinking of calling the baby Nicorette. It's a joke, honey.
Nicorette gum will help you quit smoking successfully by helping you control your cravings. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
I have a lot of fun playing characters that are impulsive and dramatic, because the real me is pretty basic. I'm even a little practical. Like a while back, I noticed I had some flakes. So naturally, I started using Head & Shoulders. Of course, it helps keep the flakes away. If it leaves my hair looking like this, why mess with a good thing?
Head & Shoulders changes dandruff problems
into beautiful hair.
I've been an engineer for Porsche for 26 years. We're looking for perfection, such an elusive goal. Yet, we see it all around us. It's the basis for being successful. The search for perfection needs support from partners. And one of these partners is Mobil. All Porsche engines are developed with Mobil 1. and we tell owners to keep on using it. I think we have found with Auburn an excellent partner.
The world's absolute best gather for the inaugural World Beach Volleyball Championships, presented by Ericsson, next Sunday on NBC.
We are back. Notre Dame is in a huddle for the first time. Now, we must tell you a little inside television. Bob Davie told 5 of us yesterday, swore us to secrecy that this is what they were going to do. We didn't tell a soul. In fact, we have a big production meeting of 20 or 30 people last night. The 5 of us then met under the moon in the parking lot, whispering about how we were going to cover that.
So now the other 25 are very upset with us.
That's right.
But deal with us after this game is over.
That's right. But now, millions know. Millions know. Notre Dame's second opportunity in offense. They start from the 33-yard line. And they start with the running attack, and it's Autry Denson. Denson last year, a 1,000-yard rusher, only the 6th player in Notre Dame history to rush for 1,000 yards. Jason Bostic with the tackle. Let me just jump in here quickly, since we didn't have time. Go ahead with Jim Coletta.
Jim Coletta, man in the headset there, former head coach at Purdue. Bob Davie brings him in here to try to add a little different look to the offense. There he is, right in the middle. He's also the offensive line coach. You're going to see a little different look in the offensive line of the Irish. Their stance is a little more upright. They don't mind them being in a 2-point, and they think it makes this offense a little more versatile.
Here is Denson again. And this time he has the hole. It'll be close to the first down. Let's see where he gets the mark. Prior to that carry, he had 3 carries for -1, and he's going to pick up 11 right at the first down marker.
Yeah, and with all of the diversity in the offense, it's not bad they have Autry Denson back there. I mean, when in doubt, this is a very big and veteran offensive line, and Denson had a wonderful 1996, finished the season with 5 straight 100-yard rushing games, and remember, he began the season last year as a flanker, a wide receiver, and then moved to running back. So he is, for the rest of his career here at Notre Dame, going to be a running back.
First down, 43. Backs to split, timeout. Wallace did not like what he saw. He was running out of time on the clock. So we'll step aside for a moment. 10:21, time remaining. We're in the first period of play with no score at Notre Dame.
You need to be careful about slinking around here.
Somebody gonna get hurt.
Expose the danger.
It's going to get a little hot around here.
Who are you?
I'm a federal agent.
It has to look like an accident. Stop the threat. A big accident. Destroy the enemy. Copy. Steven Seagal. Fire down below.
Stick around, we're going to have some fun.
Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
171 All-Americans. 7 Heisman Trophy winners. 11 national championships. Here, you don't compete against other teams. You compete against history.
He doesn't really talk about his hair, but I know he thinks about it. I've seen him check it in the mirror. That's why he uses Pantene Pro-V shampoo and treatment conditioner to help keep his hair strong. The Pro-Vitamin formula penetrates root to tip, improving hair, keeping it looking really healthy, shiny, strong. I notice a difference now. He does too. Pantene Pro-V, for hair so healthy it shines.
Sunday at 8:30, 7:30 Central.
We're bad.
Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, and Joe Pesci.
Can I have a pun?
No. Lethal Weapon 2, Sunday on NBC.
Tiger Woods. Can he lead the U.S. to victory as the Americans try to recapture the Ryder Cup? The drama unfolds September 27th and 28th on NBC.
Welcome back to Notre Dame Stadium. Charlie Jones, Bob Trumpy, John Dockery on the sideline. Right before the game, I had a chance to talk to both coaches. Bob Davie surprised me, guys, when he talked about the weather. It's up around 80 degrees. He was a little concerned about the heat. They haven't had that kind of weather here in Indiana. O'Leary on the other side wanted to get through the first quarter. in good shape and take some of the juice out of the crowd. Charlie?
No score thus far in the ball game. Notre Dame at their own 43-yard line. Ball is rolling, setting a screen. Now decides to go deep. Has his man wide open. And hits Malcolm Johnson. Picks up about 22 yards on the play. In fact, he does pick up exactly 22 yards on the play.
Now, there is a huge change in the approach. Watch Ron Paulus as he rolls with the play-action fake, turn his back to the defense. That is a very difficult thing for any offensive coordinator to teach quarterback. He gets outside of number 35, Brooking, throws it over the other linebacker, Rogers, for the completion. That's another aspect of this offense that I think Irish fans will see a lot.
The ball at the Georgia Tech 35-yard line. Now back to the ground game. And this is just a straight shot up the middle by Joey Goodspeed. Goodspeed, the fullback. He's going to pick up 9 yards on the play. We asked him about his name. He said it's Swedish, Irish, English, and German. He said, what about great speed? He said, oh, average speed.
Yeah, fullback at Notre Dame, his big brother here, and they have a big brother program, was Mark Edwards. And if we get a shot of his, he's on the sideline with his helmet off. He's got the same haircut, listens to heavy metal before the game. He's a clone of Mark Edwards.
He's got a better barber. The tight end is the barber. And this is Denson for the first down. Autry Denson picking up the first down around the 23-yard line.
Tripped up by Keith. What Georgia Tech expected is a lot of power run game from Notre Dame, and what they're seeing is a multitude of different formations. You see Denson with his 1,000-yard season last year. It is shocking that he's just the 7th Irish running back to go over 1,000, sixth to go over 1,000 yards, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. He has 5 carries for 14 yards in the opening period. Ball is to an audible. Quick drop, sets, throws, has it. Nice spin move outside by Bobby Brown, number 88. Interesting young man.
Yes, told us last year that he had absolutely no confidence. Called his high school coach every day, but again, an audible call by Ron Paulus. Full protection, just taking advantage of the soft corner. And Brown makes that first big move to get by the initial tackle. It's just a hitch, a 6-yard hitch. And he can see the defender. Notre Dame has shown a great many different aspects of offense here to this point, Charlie.
First down, goal to go. Joey Goodspeed, just a straight shot inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. Jesse Tarplin makes the tackle.
Last season, the Irish, this was probably the best part of their football team. 51 times inside the 20, 36 touchdowns. They got it in the end zone in a lot of different ways, but they got it in consistently.
Second down, goal to go. Denson shut off inside, goes the corner, and strolls in for the score. Autry Denson, the junior from Lauderhill, Florida. So Notre Dame strikes first at the 7:56 mark. Time remaining in the first quarter. A drive that started at their own 33-yard line.
Well, one of the things Notre Dame has kept is that full house backfield. That's worked so well for so many years. Let's not mess with something if it works that well.
Danson with the extra point, and it is good. And Notre Dame goes up on Georgia Tech by a score of 7-0. We will step aside as Autry Denson high steps into the end zone here at Notre Dame.
Why does she play field hockey? She knows there will be no shoe commercials, no trading cards, no limos. So why? Because she is an athlete. Just like a football player, just like a basketball player, just like a baseball player. GTE is proud to be the official telecommunications consultant to the NCAA because of her and the pure spirit of college athletics.
These days, we could all use more endurance. Say about 24 hours worth. I know I could. And